It's at a handy.
You're grabbing at it like you need something from it.
No, I'm just moving it. Okay. Let's see. Oh yeah. No, I do. I know what I mean. See? I haven't been on here in a couple days. It's fucked me up.
Yep. That's what happens.
Yeah, man. How the fuck is it? I'm gonna be rusty.
What's the numbers on this thing? You know it off by heart? What number is it?
Oh, I don't know.
Sure.
Who's this? Oh, Stash. Bring the bass amp.
Yep. That's me.
All right.
Is this the rotor or is that the cable box?
It's a cable box.
Oh fuck, where's the rotor? Upstairs?
Yeah, man.
Oh shit. Fuck, what am I doing?
Yep.
I'll have to get that amp. Make the guys upstairs show me that fucking rotor. I can do that for you.
It's all good, man.
No, fuck, I'm not use it. It sits fucking does nothing at my house. I fucking it's totally clean. There's not a there's a memory card and everything. It's got like 32 gigs of shit. You can load porn on it, whatever you want to do. And you can stream that shit right to your TV or right to your Xbox. When you get one, you can stream right to Xbox. Or use straight PlayStation.
Yeah. It's used the PlayStation.
Yeah, my old bass amp, man. I know I still had bass when I shut it off, so I just got a better one. This one had pounded car subs like crazy. Should be good.
Yeah, man.
Give the neighbors the bass check. Check 1, 2, check. Can you hear me over there? Oh, fucking up, Jay. Holy shit.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I gotta be on this shit. I gotta get back to fucking the basics.
Yeah, the basics.
Yeah.
The basics.
Yeah, man. I'm serious. I'm fucking was.
98, you're doing alright.
No, man. It's better than that. I'm usually like fucking,
50.
I'm not where I should be. We'll just say that. And anything on this. Anything right now. I'm like fucking, gotta cut this fucking Molly shit out. That's what I'm gonna do.
It's not the Molly.
It is, man. I gotta cut it out, man. I'm fucking straight every day, man. I play every day, all day. That's what I do, man. That's what I do. That's what I do. I gotta fucking, yeah, I can't be partying all the time. I'm not good at this shit when I do that. I gotta stick to just the weed.
No whining allowed.
Just the weed.
No fucking whining allowed.
Stick to the weed. Oh. I tell people I'm live 247. I gotta be live 247. You know what I mean?
You gotta tell me that. I'm not stopping you.
No, I know. I gotta cut shit out though.
Where's your drink? I'll stick some in there for you. You never know. Like, damn, I don't take none of that shit.
How come these guys are all blurry?
No, we don't eat that much. Just want to eat a little bit.
Fuck. Man, with the amount of weed I smoke, and if I do that, that's what happens. I'm like,
Just
fuck,
keeps going and
everything's
going,
blurry.
keeps going and going there.
No, everything's blurry, man, when I
Too
smoke. Yeah, when I smoke and I do that. Fucking, I'm like fucking squinting at the
What you worried
TV.
about?
It's annoying.
What you worrying about, Stick? Crying. No wine left. Told you already.
Oh, who's his buddy upstairs?
Yeah, he was us, but we didn't let him talk. We just walked right there. Stick, sit. Sit. Sit.
Alright.
Stick. She always gets all the love at the beer stores. At the stoplights. Sit. Sit. Should we fuck shit up?
He's like, oh, I'm good. Good. I'm good. She's like, quit teasing me.
I was just for him doing nothing. Just sitting there. It's like you turn the camera this way, or something around a little bit too far this way.
Yeah.
Tasmanian devil. Oh, bite me out. She just won't flip my chair to the side. It's quite a real present. I knew he was present.
Oh, I just talked to Destiny the other day.
I texted you her new number, remember?
She's got her own, she's doing her own live now.
Let's check it out.
Oh, I don't know what it is. I haven't checked it out. I don't know what she's doing. She's doing something though.
Cool.
Yeah, no, I fucking, that's the first thing she had to say to me. So I obviously made an impression on her, so.
Cool. Just get, oh yeah. Grab that in. Get my keys. Drink.
Yo, what up? How's it going? What up? Okay. What up? What up? Shit. Okay. What's with everybody trying to make me not fucking stream all the time, man? Fucking pisses me off. What up? Why does my fucking shit look all fucking... You gonna say hello or what? Today's crazy talk. You gonna... If you got anything you want to ask the 8-ball, type it down there and I'll ask it for you. Feel free to say something. It's creepy. Don't be creepy. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on, everybody? Today's Crazy Talk till 5 o'clock Pacific time. If you got anything you want to ask the 8-ball, ask away. Type it on the side. What's good, though? What's good? Shit. Yeah, I gotta fucking, I'll take out one of those amps in there.
That's it. That's it.
What's going on? What's going on? Don't remember, it's Crazy Talk till 5 o'clock. Got anything you want to ask the 8-ball? Type it down on the side. And I'll ask it for you. You gotta type it in? No, it doesn't count any other way.
What? The dog's gonna lay down. Lay down. Lay down. Lay down. Lay down.
I haven't fucked around here for days, man. Fuck.
What's going on here? I feel like I left my drink somewhere. Must have been done. Oh, I left at the top of the stairs because I was finito.
Oh.
Yeah, being polite, not leaving my shit laying around your house, you know.
Shit's all good.
That's not. Better clean up
Oh,
in
yeah.
my house, fucker.
Oh, yeah, you know me. That's what I do.
Fucking he was like a
Like
tornado, man. She's fucking running around there, just making a mess all day, man. I swear to God. I go,
Like a
I don't fucking,
ninja.
I don't fucking make no fucking mess like that.
I could always
Food
put shit
everywhere,
back
fucking
right.
splatter all over the stove.
Oh, wow, eh?
Fucking bitches, man. Didn't go downstairs. She got like old coffee cups in the walls, some with like mushrooms growing in them because they're so old and shit.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
No,
it's
I used to
rough.
have, my last girlfriend that I had living with me, fuck, man, she's just like a hairdresser too. Like your
Tara.
like lady?
Tara.
No, not Tara. Melissa.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking,
What you're in love with.
yeah, the fucking one that ripped me off all the time.
Twice you said she got you
4
ripped off.
times.
Oh, what?
I didn't even know.
Is she fucking...
I found out
she's still
over. I
around?
found over a fucking pocket now. But anyways,
Is she still around?
fucking. When I was living in, she's living in my house, man. All I used to fucking see was.
Mess after mess.
No, not just that, but what annoyed me the most was fucking the tumble hair rolling around the house.
Can't even run a vacuum.
Shit, it's like. Yeah, man, fuck. John Wayne movie. Fuck.
Clint Eastwood.
Yeah, some Clint Eastwood shit. Fuck. Yeah, man. The tumbleweed hair, fuck, all over the place.
Yeah,
Seriously, they're balled up and everywhere, man. You know, spots you'd never know.
I can't say nothing about it. I only lost all her hair one time, remember, cancer, so
Yeah.
hard to disrespect.
Yo, oh, wagwan, what's up, man? Good shit, good shit. What's happening, Mo? Yo.
But you get power from that?
Yeah.
Nice. Let's do that. Get this thing charged up for you. Start streaming some shit.
It's crazy talk, man. It's crazy talk. So drive home. Oh shit, you at work today, huh? Yeah, I've been watching all that fucking shit on the news with
rail blockades.
The rail blockades and shit.
Wishing we were there.
Yeah.
Support hashtag fucking bentwigs.
Fuck.
Fucking Winston.
Crazy bentwig. Yeah. That'd be fuck. Yeah, man. It's crazy what's happening right now. It's very political. Very political. It's actually getting it's hitting me pretty hard too as well.
Pushing all the right buttons.
Yeah, pushing fucking rights. Time for a bong toke.
Another drinker.
Yeah. What up, man? Oh, you get
Did you finish off all your fucking all your sodas? The left side?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's like all that. It's what kept me sane. Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, man, it's been crazy, man. I watched all that shit. I've been watching that. I don't know. Had me up. There we go. Government. Oh. How's it going, man? Anybody got to ask the 8-ball anything? Remember, don't forget to type it in the corner. We'll ask it. Got my homie Stashio over here today. Did you even take it? I don't even think
I fucking cleaned it for you.
Oh, that's what you were doing. I was like, trippy. I've never seen you do that before. Thanks, man. Hey, you want a bong one?
Yeah, as long as it's not roaches.
Oh.
Christ, okay. Trying to feed me roaches?
Here, well, hurry up then.
Five to the eye.
All right. You mean 4?
4 and 1 thumb, yeah.
Yeah. That's what I always say to these guys. I'm like, fuck, we just fucking 4-finger slap these dudes and put a thumb in their bum. And sent them on their way.
That's tough. Give them something they won't forget.
Yeah, yeah. A long-lasting fucking memory of Bentwig. Crazy Bentwig. All up in ya. Shit. Oh, yeah, fuck. Okay. What? The hackers, they can fucking make it so that I can't get comments on there.
Oh, yeah.
So, I'm just checking.
VPN on that thing, man.
On what?
On your phone, too.
Oh, I already have all that shit on my phone. Yeah, I do.
They couldn't hack you.
I have it. Check it. Look it. See, Hakuna. I have that. It doesn't matter, though. It doesn't work if it's on your phone. It doesn't matter. I would need it for my PlayStation.
Ready?
Yeah.
Roll it up, light it up, smoke it up. Hit that shit.
You're first. Yes, sir. You. Holy shit, Stash. I've never seen you hit the bong before.
It's good weed. Let's cut up right there. There's lots left in there.
Yeah, man.
Here.
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
What?
stale told you, man. You're supposed to finish this
Well,
shit.
put your fingers over it then.
I forgot you're a novice.
Shit.
He doesn't hit the bong usually.
Fuck. She doesn't know what she's talking about.
Shit, you packed it in there too. Don't push the weed in there.
Why? That's how you make it glow good. They make it go good.
No, you just put it in there, man. Holy shit! Stick, what up, Stick? What up? Damn. What's going on, everybody? Who's that? Who's all there?
Stick go. Up there. Get on crazy talk. Let's go.
No.
Lie down. Lie down. She has fans, remember? Move over.
Oh yeah.
Move over, she has fans. You're hogging the screen.
Shit. She's got fans. Yeah, man. Crazy talk started late today.
Hit that.
You keep leaving
Burn it,
stale
burn
fucking
it.
smoke!
What is that?
Bastard!
Yeah. I get
Oh
meat.
shit! Sorry.
I knew that was gonna happen.
Fucking. Don't leave stale smoke. You gotta take the whole fucking toke, man.
Move over.
Jesus.
You didn't get on.
Who told you to smoke the bong?
Nobody.
It's obvious.
I'm self-learning.
And it shows.
I'm learned it myself.
Okay.
Self-learned. I'm from the trailer park. I'm from Paradise. You're from Berkeley,
Woo.
aren't you? Or Westgate?
Holy shit.
Are you Westgate or Berkeley? When you live on the west side. Or you're Village Green.
Oh, yeah.
That's right. I'm Paradise. I'm straight Paradise Posse. Straight Paradise Posse.
No music, man. No music today.
Tell me what to do. Put porn on.
Yeah, no music, man. Serious, man. I don't want to restart my shit today.
Relax, would you?
No, man. Seriously. I don't want to. No music today.
Alright.
No music. No music.
Still gotta get the bass going.
Because it'll fucking, it'll mute my video, man. I gotta stop doing
Every
that.
time you play music, it doesn't matter, but every time I play music, it's no go.
Well, because I gotta stop doing that, man. I gotta stop doing that. I don't do it. Like, I don't do it.
Yeah, when I come here, you're like, oh, fuck, I've already been kicked off twice today.
No, man. Well, fuck it. That's different. It's different. I knew you were coming.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did.
Well, really?
Yeah.
After you read your text, you fucking...
I knew you were coming, so I fucking already fucked my shit up so many times that it didn't make any difference.
That's the funniest shit I heard all day.
Good shit.
You alright?
Yeah. You. Oh shit. Holy fuck. Fuck that coronavirus, man. It's made it through
Scary,
again.
eh?
Yeah, man, it is. It's kind of fucking fucked up.
Makes you want to stay in the house.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll get to it and ask it for you. We'll ask it for you. We'll see what it says. It doesn't lie to us yet. Only on Mondays. Yeah. Holy shit. Yeah. Yeah. What's this? What up? Hopefully you guys are reading what I just typed in there. It hasn't been been slacking on the crazy talk a little bit lately, but the last fucking 3 weeks actually. Yeah. I'm gonna cut that shit out. Gotta figure it out, man. You know, I mean, people that it's fucked up, man. Get out of there. Oh. Ah. Okay, sweet.
Lie down, stick. You're getting off.
Holy fuck. All right. Shit. What up, Stick? What up, Stick? What's going on, everybody? Fuck. Fuck, why are you guys saying anything? It's annoying. You must be the hackers. Must be the hackers. Fucking bitches. So who the fuck is that there, man? Who's there? You fucking... Don't be creepy. Say hello. Fucking weirdos. Yo, you better quit fucking coming to me with that shit, Shauna. Fuck, I'm not interested. You're my homie. Fuck. Oh. Well. I'm trying to fucking get everybody to fucking stop fucking talking to me on any of the other things, man. I want people to start coming to here if they want to fucking talk to me. Seriously. Come talk to me on here, man. I'm actually gonna get rid of my phone.
Really?
Yeah. I'm serious. People want to talk to me, come talk to me on here. I'm on here. I pay for my fucking internet, man. I'm on here entertaining. I'm here 247. So easy. Right?
Yeah, I guess, eh?
Yeah. Alright, what's going on though, people? What's good? What's good? It's Crazy Talk till 5 o'clock. Don't you have anything to say? Am I the only one who's gonna be typing? I just have a feeling it's fucking just a piece of shits that hack me every day.
Really?
Yeah, they usually fucking. They're the only weird people that don't say anything and sit around all day. Everybody usually says something high or something.
Well, you had a few people on there, haven't you?
Yeah, no, I know all those people. Like, I remember everybody that I talk to for the most part because I subscribe to everybody.
OG's on there.
Yeah, I subscribe back to everybody that drops on here, so I know if I've talked to them before. There might be like maybe 5 people that I've unsubscribed to.
Really?
Yeah.
Come on. Can't be that bad.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No, I do. Hold the body bag.
Thick. No, I'm not sure he needs that.
I was actually gonna put that in.
Great minds think alike, brother.
Oh yeah.
Which means that the not so great ones must think the same then. If all the great ones are thinking one way, all the not so great ones gotta think the other way, I guess. So.
Yeah. I gotta fucking do some workouts. Yeah. That's what I'm forgetting to do. I gotta get in my mix
The
today.
groove.
Yeah.
It's because you forgot to take your mullet. That's why you forgot.
We'll keep that,
What?
That's the other thing about that shit. Fuck.
Makes you work out way too hard, eh?
No. It's the best fucking, not at all, man. It makes me brittle. My bones brittle.
Come on.
Yeah, it's bad for you. It's bad for you, man. It's chemicals.
Yeah, you want to take the microdose, man. You don't take
Fuck, not me. You're talking to me.
Yeah, well, that's your
I'm not.
problem,
Fuck, man. I take what I can handle, and I can handle a lot.
Yeah, well,
That's why I don't do it.
pimping ain't easy.
You're right. Fuck. Get me in the mode, man.
Uh-huh.
Get me in the mode.
Your sandwich is right there, man.
No, I'm good. I'm gonna eat it later. Thank you.
Nothing like having something in your fucking
Thank
belly in the breakfast.
Oh no,
time.
look at that plate back there.
Okay.
I fucking mashed
Okay.
it back. Like,
Okay.
yeah.
As long as you've been eating.
Yeah. Supersets. What's going on? What's going on?
Don't pretend like I'm your fucking problem.
Fuck no. Fuck no. I just gotta be fucking smarter, right? That's all it is. I have a strict routine, man. Fucking, I don't want to get off it. If I get off it, man,
It's all about
fucking
money,
shit
man.
goes
It's all about
fucking
money,
south.
man.
No, exactly, that's what I'm talking about.
It's all about money.
I'm working towards something. To get paid. I want to fucking get paid from this shit. Feel me? Seriously. To the point where I'm willing to pay.
Watch out.
I pay.
Break your foot, drop that shit on.
No, I pay. You know what I'm saying? I've paid. I put money into this shit. Every time I get to 100 subscriber, I give away $20.
You never told me this.
You know, and I'm at 1,000.
You said you want to do like
You know,
$1,000.
when I get to
You
fucking
wanna do $1,000 fucking
when I get to
$100.
4,200, I'm gonna give away $100,000.
To just a random guy. OG pimp hustler, hardcore motherfucker living today.
Well, my shit's getting muted.
No way.
Yeah, man.
Turn it off.
You know, listen.
Turn it off.
Well, fuck it. It's too late now.
No.
Yeah, man.
Turn it off.
Motherfuckers.
I had to,
No. It's all good.
work on my cell phone thing there. I got the amp here and shit. You ready to do this?
No. I'm not ready to do anything. I barely got up today. Back in the place to be. The I, the C, the A, the T. So fuck the G. and an MIC. They evilly go wannabe with my agency. Go broke, I got property. Felony. What you telling me? Vice Cruiser 3. Yeah.
That's the card over there. Yeah, this downstairs. So I don't know what it is.
Say what's up, Ice? Say and give it rip, cause I ain't throw it back. Cause I ain't soup, so forget about that. Got an autograph. And you might get shot looking at a Ziploc. Okay. Rainstorm. Microphone napalm. You think that I care?
Like the gasoline overloaded, my car's a blackout. Dead end, there's no chance to back out. Hit the trip squad, ducking the gunfire, broken glass.
You.
Your car tires, body hit the deck as I commence to wreck. Check another clip, the drip wet. Face the danger.
Wakey, wakey. Eggs and bacon.
Smoke another straight, grip the mic tight. I see the brake light, hit the back door. I lay down on the floor. Ease on the wheels.
What up, though?
Blood's on my gear from cap, I'm here. It wasn't nothing but a microphone contract.
Bring the beat back.
Dressed in black, I start my brain. Parabellum in the leather attaché. No tones, I speak the few. Just give me the money and who the fuck you do. 4 blocks away, my aim's clean. Night scope on a silence carbine. Place my crosshairs on my big side. Squeeze the trigger, watch the brain fly. Violent, yeah, you can call that insane. You're on the right track.
What's good, though? Fuck, I can't believe nobody ain't saying nothing. That's a first.
The microphone that goes off like a handgun. It's going down now. Grab your girl hop. No attention when the body begins to drop. Look at my face, fool. It looks like I'm playing. Don't become another victim of mind slaying. Get on the goddamn floor, goddamn.
Fuck, man. For real?
What's up? You want your feet in some concrete? I got some brothers that'll leave you for your gold teeth.
Got it broken today.
I move alone. Take a back, break your motherfucking dome. Shoot you dead in the face with a sawed off. 110 degrees, ice don't get soft. Cause I'm hard as they come, I come direct. You can't handle the band, I'm hitting shit. If not, you better get out my face.
Sucker. Yes, you better be a good bullet dugger.
Cause I'm a rip shot to that ass drop. 5-0, ice your
Fuck damn cops.
Cause I'm a garden cold with
You.
gangsta stroll. $5,000 suit and fly gold. Rolex, you can't fit no more diamonds on it. Pinky ring with a house about inside the corner. What's up now, chunk? It's like a choke up. You
Yeah.
try to move on the ice,
You get broke up. Yeah, that's not bad. I remember, I just, oh yeah, that's right. I fixed my camera a little bit. Yeah. I forgot I did that.
Somebody's gonna die. He hits the switch and that's
Made it bigger.
with the weapon that's in my fist. I see a sucker in the third row trying to rip a paragraph and a half and he's stiff. I start busting up a rod, ears high. Mother grabbing the children, tears fly. I'm like the psycho in the microphone zone.
What up?
Mind gone.
What's your email, Jim?
My lyrics begin to fly. Simple stage radiation can make it die. You got a problem, nigga? You think
I don't know.
Pull your head right there while I
Hey, that way, what the fuck, man?
the aroma of gun smoke.
Try to download YouTube for some reason. I have to download YouTube for this thing.
You think that I care? I don't give a fuck.
Crazy Bender?
No, it's not. It's Between 6'9", I think. I don't know, man. I got so many. It's fucking brutal,
How many
man.
G's?
I don't know, man. Like, I really don't know. I have a lot. Like,
69, you said?
yeah, I think so. Hey, what up, Val?
That's it?
Yeah. This should be.
380 count, I guess.
No, I don't know, man. Yeah, I don't know. I got lots. I don't know, man. I That's why I don't fuck with that shit, man. I hate it. I don't know any of my passwords. Like, fuck, man. This shit stressed me out. I hate that shit. Fuck. That's one of the reasons why I didn't actually start a YouTube channel. It's because I fucking had so many passwords I didn't know. And then all that shit, I had to figure all that out. It's fucking stressing me out.
This is going out to all my homeboys on the street and all the brothers locked down. It's been a long time since I hit you with freestyle. I text selection from the
Shit, man. It's Monday, man. It's crazy talk. I'm on here kind of late. You know how it is, man.
Once I hit it with
but
it's mine. Have motherfuckers rushing to rewind.
Shit, you know.
Still twist your tongues up.
It's been fucking. I've been agitated the last month, man. You know.
No fucking time on the mic to play.
Fucking. You know. Been moody, man. I don't know if you could tell.
Shit, get out my face. A fool could get his head split. A lot of
last month I went all month without drinking any fucking energy drinks, and I fucking lost it on people. And fuck, man. This month I've fucking been drinking energy drinks.
Wake up with new techniques.
And fucking, yeah, man, I don't know, it's been different.
Nothing soft, always the tough me. The white paper.
You can definitely tell the difference.
Not allowing me to stop the rhyme until the whole motherfucking book's complete.
Shit, then I write on the back of the sheets.
I made a promise to my brothers in street crime. We get paid with the use of a street line. We put our minds together, made the tracks clever. Now we checking more bank than ever. Mind over matter.
So you got to have mind power. Like your brother say.
Yeah.
Mind over matter.
Mind power. Mind over matter.
I can drop rhymes in 2s and 3s and 4s. Instead of much left for encores. Cause when my mind locks in on a dope idea, motherfucking duck should stand clear. Cause I'm a hit.
How's it going with you, man? How you doing? Yo, man, if you got anything you want me to ask the 8-ball, man, just type it in and I'll ask it.
Your face is the concrete. You wanna roll with the niggas that don't play? I think you got false courage. Get out of my damn way. Cause the calm is rolling full of men. Not kids or boys, you got the max 10. Islam got the Zulu, they should back up. DJ Aladdin, yeah, put the fucking track up. Syndicates making.
Cause it really ain't about you say, it's what you say. I got no fucking time on the mic to
So
play.
now you realize you underestimated me with the ice. You thought that I was okay, but now you realize I'm nice. But that's alright, cause I knew I'd make it in the end. Don't you like me now?
Might not like me then,
But I'm keeping
stressing my guessing.
and keep motherfuckers guessing. Armor plate my mind with walls and shields
As I escape
from the killing fields.
I can understand.
Mind
Mind
over
over
matter.
I know what it means.
Mind power.
Mind over matter.
Mind over matter.
Mind over matter.
Matter.
Mind over matter. Wise up, move to the tempo of the type groove. You know the shit's dope, so what you trying to prove? These maxes evilly, my nigga dogs to wax. My friends a hand grenade. Catch. I'ma hit you with an overload of bottomless thought. Reversing all the shit you taught. Then throw words at you, syllable at a time. You bring your sights to rhyme. No matter what you do, the power's over you. In your sleep, you'll be saying these rhymes too. Cause the brain has the power to control all. Think positive, you'll be unable to fall. Brain cells swell, thought process becomes a trance. Make you feel possessed to dance. I say I want 1,000,000, my mind is so deep. I'll be busting a check for it next week.
Like your brother say.
Yeah, mind over matter.
I know what it means. Mind power.
Mind over matter.
With that. New Jack Hustler. New Jack Hustler. Hustler. H-U-S-T-L-E-R.
Word, I pull the trigger long, grit my teeth, spray to every nigga gone. Got my block, sonar, my dope spot. Last thing I sweat, so suck a punk cop.
I suck a punk cop.
King when I roll hop, you try to flex, bang, another nigga drop. You gotta deal with this. ain't never gonna play out. I got nothing to lose, much to gain. In my brain, I got a careful as my brain. I gotta get paid tonight. You motherfucking right, taking my grip. Check my bitch, keep my game tight. So many hoes on my job, think I'm a movie star. 19, I got a $50,000 car. Go to school, I ain't go. My ass, bust the cap on the Moet. Cause I don't wanna hear that crap. I'd rather be a new jack hustler.
Hey, you're so funny. H-U-S-T-L-E-R.
H-U-S-T-L-E-R hustler. Yo, man, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, man. What up? Stick. I just want to be down.
How can I be down? What's up? You say you wanna be down, he's back. A motherfucker can be down out my face. Fool, I'm the illest. Bulletproof. I got part of the Bruce Willis. Got my crew in effect. I bought a new Jag. So much cash, I gotta keep it in.
Hey, that's one of the people I was talking about. Ah, it's DMX's friend. Yo, if you got anything you want me to ask the 8-Ball today, don't forget to type it in the side. We'll ask away. We'll see what it says. And as for sticks, here we got DMX right here. Ow, ow! Look at. He loves it. He loves it. You had everything that you wanted. Into the greedy with cocaine. You.
How do you make this one work, Jay?
Push this button in the middle. That one, yeah. Now flip it to the side, yeah. Now push play.
On this one?
Yeah.
And it'll come through here?
Take that out.
Okay. How do you make it come through here, though?
Oh, you just plug it in, man.
And then what?
Those are the ones that you fuck with are those ones to cue it in when you want to cue it in the song.
Yeah.
But you have to have a headset on. It doesn't work without it. Oh. I don't know how the fuck that works. I can't remember. I haven't used this for a little minute.
We had that working the other day.
I don't know, man.
Little Poppy right now. It's your boy Project Pet up in this thing. This squad.
Hey, no, it's good.
Trying to get on this one.
Oh, here you go, good look.
Here you go, good look.
Hey, who's that dude you was talking about? Got
Who's that? Who's that?
Can't figure it out.
Upon
Trying to get
initial
this thing on
contact
here.
with Ice-T's
You-
music, I had envisioned him to be an ill-mannered and psychologically unstable man, with an extremely uneducated and barbaric.
I don't know why my fucking camera looks so fucking blurry right now, man. I don't know. It's kind of bugging me though. I wonder if
What's going on?
if it's like maybe I have it up too bright or something. It doesn't look like it's adjusting to the light in the room.
Yeah, it's overamping, eh?
Well, usually it just does. I don't know.
Upon initial contact with Ice-T's music,
I'm big too. It could just be me. Shit, man.
Yo, 1, 2 in the place to be. MC Ice-T. You understand? Cold lounging here on the new OG LP.
I think that's
Again,
shit.
in the house. This is going out to all my homeboys on the street.
It'll work, man. It just.
No, I mean, it doesn't charge shit.
Yeah. That's it.
That one I stole out of your basket up here needs to go straight in the
It's
trash.
been a long time since I hit you with freestyle, high-tech selection.
Yeah, they're all for different things.
Kick back, relax, and watch as I'm
Don't be like that, man.
Let brother like me dope track. With the vocal tones,
Like, you know,
have motherfuckers
too laid back, man.
and still twist your toes up.
Hey, come on, man.
House from night to the sun's up.
He's like, just look at me. Let me make it work, man. Make it work.
It's working. I got it working. I
write addition and algebra, mental geometry.
just gotta be able to fucking. I gotta be able to plug it in and hear it through the thing.
Shit.
Yeah. I can't remember what it
It's
is.
all good. Well, here's your phone, brother. I gave you a phone that you can stream and plug in now.
Yeah.
And you can go on the line and fucking download porn and shit.
Sure. I don't know. Yeah.
Like, watch this
Good.
stuff.
Good.
Watch this, man.
Sometimes I write.
It's clean. It's clean. Look, there's nothing on it.
Sleep. Wake up
Zero.
with new techniques.
Oh.
Grab a pen.
Kind of.
Place it on some loose leaf.
What's on there? Nothing.
Nothing.
Always a tough need.
The original video that came with the phone from the pawn shop.
My mind.
Ah, that's hilarious.
Yeah, I kept it. Yeah.
Then I'll
This guy.
Put that shit on blast.
For real.
Yeah.
That's K-Town for you, man.
Yeah, they didn't give a fuck.
That's fucking comedy.
Made the tracks
funny.
clever. More bank than ever. Mind over
You
matter.
might even get some pictures of Buster on there.
Oh, some do or die.
Mind over matter.
What the fuck? Oh, you got music on there?
No,
I can drop rhymes in
I don't
twos
think
and
so.
threes and
It
fours.
looks like there's some music on there.
Yeah, there is some
I
music.
see West Side Snitch. Yeah, man. I see all kinds of shit.
I don't think it's just pictures of.
Oh.
Stand clear. 'Cause I'm a hit.
Here's a good one you can text to people when they don't answer you.
Keep your shit.
Fine then.
And I'm out in the creep.
Wake up and keep check.
Creep. You wanna roll with
Yeah. But I ain't smoking any lunch.
False
Oh, yeah.
courage, get out my damn way. Cause the calm end is rolling full of men.
Oh, yeah.
Here's a boys, he got
Here's him with his best
mad.
girlfriend.
Islam's got the Zulu nation back up.
Yeah, he looks like the guy off of The Mask.
Yeah.
Making the move with the ski mask and the house in the long cast. So now you realize
Oh, you got a long drive home today? Are you still in San Diego?
I'm nice, but that's alright, cause I knew I'd make it in the end. Those who like me now
Might not like me then.
but I'm keep expressing, stressing my blessings, and keep motherfuckers guessing. Armor plate my mind with walls and shields as I escape from the killing fields.
I can understand.
Mind over matter.
That's all yours?
I guess that is all my music.
Oh shit, I see some Spice One in there. Metal. You said there isn't one in there.
There's one in there.
Oh,
Watch.
Wu Banging. You got a bunch of music on there, huh?
You know the shit's dope.
Throwing away the flop.
These maxes, you believe my nigga dogs can whack. Bring your hand in cash. I'ma hit you with an overload of bottom you thought.
Hey, you got a shit ton on there.
Then
What the hell?
words
I thought
at
there
you,
was
so I'll go at a time.
Hey, you watch all that shit I'm posting on
You do, but how
my Facebook about
saying these rhymes too.
all the native blockades and shit?
Think about it.
What up?
Y'all, you think it's just because you make records, you think you got it going on and shit, you know what I'm saying? Shut up, bitch. You don't call me no bitch. Who the fuck you think you is calling me a bitch? Who the fuck?
Yo, don't get mad.
Yo, baby, don't get mad, you know what I'm saying? Let me tell you what a bitch really is.
Not yet,
Knew this brother who I thought was cool with me.
but I gotta buy it. My son's gonna want it, so I gotta want to get it for him. Cool, we used to shoot right to get it.
Shot dice in the background. You want trouble, trouble you found. Cause we did shit, then this shit.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, he needed money,
I would always come through. Needed a car, he could use mine too. I drank,
he was
drunk.
calling me a sucker.
Took a tough how much I'm ripping.
Someone heard him
Gracias.
some shit last week. Frontin' for some pussy.
My homie Stashio.
Saying I'm his work, I was on his dick.
Doing that crazy old
Weak ass shit. Napped off
all of that he was gonna get away. How you gonna ditch your boy that gets some play?
When I stepped to him about it,
He said who snitched. Yo, how did he go out? He went out like a bitch.
So ladies, we just ain't
Talking about you, cause some of y'all niggas is bitches too. Fuck yeah, man. And you know this, man. Yo. You. Hey, my homie Val said hi. Stashio. Yo.
on, stick. Look.
I knew this brother named Mitch.
This is Stick.
Truck crazy, jewels, hand smothered in ice.
Yeah, man. What else is there to do?
Thugs and crooks and hoods and
Yeah.
hustlers that wasn't no good, but they all stood behind him and watched his back. That's the only way to roll on.
What up, what up?
Yo, Mitch got rooked by the
Biz
feds last week. They snatched by the trunk of his white.
Yo, it's crazy talk till 5 o'clock today. Jeff Rowe, so if you got anything that, oh shit, you might want to ask the 8-ball. Type it down in the corner, and we'll ask the 8-ball for you. We'll find out what it says, man. It hasn't been around since I started this shit.
Rat named Mitch. Yo, I had an ego out.
He went out like a bitch.
So, ladies, we just ain't talking about you.
No, it's not a pit bull.
Mastiff.
Mastiff, yeah.
Spanish Mastiff. Mexican Mastiff.
I knew this guy that was never that fly. Couldn't act cool
Even when he tried,
when we played rough,
he always
cried. When he told stories, he always lied. A black brother who was missing the true part. He had the color but was missing the true heart. When we would fight, he would always go down quick. So he took a
right in, he still got his ass kicked.
Now he's married.
Then he gets his wife's ass. Saves him from problems that he had in the past.
Doesn't like blacks.
Claims he's upper class.
Joined the police.
Got himself a badge.
Now he roll the streets and he's
Yeah, it's a big go.
Dogging young brothers, but they usually don't fight back. Got a white partner
And he asked for that.
And every night
Another head they crack.
So now he's big man, but he
Really ain't shit. Yo, how did he go out? He went out like a bitch.
So ladies,
We just ain't talking about you, cause a lot of these wigs are bitches too. Ha. Yeah. Yeah. All right.
Crew with some new kid. I didn't
8-ball.
believe he did.
We want to know.
It's cool, we rolled
My friend Val here wants to know
lifted side.
if Mayor Bloomberg it will be president.
Could feel the vibe of thick artillery. Parliament.
It said straight up yes.
My back to the wall and felt my face was grip. All of a sudden,
That's what it said.
Start tripping, flipping. The record starts skipping.
So we'll find out if he does it with all his billions.
Gas crack, the room starts smoking up. Me and he hit the floor and then the back door. My boys let off an automatic encore. But when we made it out,
Yeah.
the ride
Somebody's
was
in that
on.
shit.
We had to shoot it out side by side.
fucking-
Punk left us there to
Yeah,
dine
I would do that.
Yeah, how did he go out? He went out
shit,
like a bitch. So ladies, we just ain't talking about you cause you scared.
All right. 8-ball. Shauna Fraser wants to know
So if you're wondering why we looking at
if she's gonna get a raise. Finally.
you always tell a brother you gonna loan him money, but you don't cause yo lad, you know what I be frontin'?
It says outlook not so good. That's what it said. I can't lie. Don't ask. You can't get mad at me. I'm just the messenger. Don't shoot the messenger. You know. That's what the 8-ball said though.
A brother think he got backup, but he really
You know?
don't. You know why?
Shit. I hate to be the bearer of bad news.
With my fist, I done smacked the shit out of
8-ball.
you, cuz
Oh. Okay.
I know the real brother.
All right.
Yo, check this out.
All right, 8-ball. Jeffro wants to know if you can guess if he is gay.
I call myself what I want to call myself, you know what I'm saying? That ain't step my
Fucking dick, you know?
Damn right, I'm a nigga.
Cannot predict
And I
now.
don't care what you are.
That's what it said.
N-I-double-G-E-R. Black people might get mad because they don't see that they look upon as a nigga. Just
Yo, I know.
I'm a nigga. Not a color man or black or Negro or Afro-American. I'm all that. Yes, I was born in America. Choose the South Central look like America to you. I'm a nigga. A stand-up nigga from a
Yeah, that's what I said. That's exactly what it went right to it. Cannot predict now, so.
Big feet. Out on the corner, I hang out like a horse thief. So you
Can't get any more honest than that.
ignorant, stupid, inferior, lazy, silly, or foolish, but I'm bad and big, and most of all, I'm a straight up native.
Yeah. That's right. I'm a straight up native.
You know what I'm saying?
Fuck, you know what I'm saying?
My man Lord Finesse is my motherfucking nigga, you know?
That's right. It's supposed to be funny, you know? That's what we're all here for, man. You know, it's crazy talk on Monday, man.
And that much
Nobody Nobody likes motherfucking Mondays. Not everybody, anyway. Well, I'm here to change your motherfucking mind.
America was stole from the Indians, show and prove.
With that,
A straight up nigga move. A low down shame, yo, it's straight insane. Yet they complain when a nigga snatch their gold chain. What is a nigga supposed to do? Wait around for a handout from a nigga like you? That's why a low down nigga gets hyped. But I'm not the nigga of that type. I'm a stinking lobster eating billionaire. Meat, carrying, making, moving shit. Corporate jet gliding, limousine riding, writing hits, filthy, rich, straight up nigga.
Yeah, I know. I actually like that couple. It's a good couple. Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm a fucking big fan of Ice-T, man. Just like you. But for real. Say so, I'ma say it. He wanna be gay, so what?
I'm straight, so nigga, have it your way. Those who hate me, I got
Take that boy.
I'm a nigga with cash.
A nigga with a lawyer.
Not a watermelon chillin' nigga down south, but a nigga
Then
down
slap the taste in your mouth.
I'm contemplating, thinking, besting, drinking, 10-inch giving, extra large lips, Mercedes Benz driving, surviving, all the way live and kicking, high fiving, stroking, rapping, hacking, and deal doing,
Deal doing. Long hair, having native. Yeah. Shit. Yo, man. Maybe I was, when I first got up today, I was like, fuck, I didn't even really want to come on today. I didn't want to come on.
Crazy talk. It's crazy talk.
Yeah, man. But I was, yo, man, the fucking news is getting me grumpy and shit. And this fucking virus and shit, man, all that shit.
Make me want to stay home, yeah.
Fuck. God damn it.
Now you keep me in constant sweat. But I'm a nigga that you never forget. A black, bad, ironclad, always mad. Fly nigga taking off from a helipad. Rolex styling, buck, wildin',
You. Wild.
Intellectual high tech, cash and seven digits. Chest, still breaking necks. The ultimate male supreme. One woman's dream. Big dick, straight up
Native.
Nigga. Yo, Ice, my nigga. What's up, Loki? Had to tell me
That's right.
I was a Latin man, you know. I hear you.
My brother Stagio. Oh. That's how I feel. That's how I feel about what's going on under the blockades and shit, motherfucking popo. Bitch ass motherfuckers. Fucking drive me crazy, but we'll keep that on the DL. Smoke weed.
10 years ago, I used to listen to rappers flow, talking about the way they rock the mic at the disco. I like how that shit was going down. Dreamt about ripping the mic with my own sound. So I tried to write rhyme.
Hey, this man Beatrice.
Oh, here you go, good looking. Shoot foot, what's up with you?
Hey, who's that dude you was talking about got shot last week?
Project.
Put out midnight, man.
Project Pat?
Yeah, Project Pat. Dude with the same clothes on 5 days, man. He robbed that man, shot him a couple times.
So he dead, right?
No, he ain't dead, Joe. Save him that show.
This one?
Yeah, save him that job.
You give me your gun.
Y'all, you niggas, just because you make records and shit.
You got it going on.
This man Beatrice.
Oh, here you go, good looking. What's up with you?
Hey, who's that dude you was...
Yeah, it's your boy Project Pat up in this thing. Yeah, it's your boy Project Pat up in this thing.
Y'all, you niggas.
Yeah, it's your boy Project Pat up in this thing. Let's go out to all hustlers in the dirty South.
Y'all, you niggas.
Yeah,
What you make records and shit. You think you got
your boy Project Pat up in this thing. Let's go out to all hustlers in the dirty South, Midwest, East Coast, West Coast.
Man, what happened to
Everybody with
Ice-T?
stacks in your pocket, reach in your pocket, man.
Your motherfucker.
Do you understand me? Rubber band me.
They breakfast.
Band me. I'm a fucking band bro. You can rubber band me. I'm a bird brick of blow. You understand me? I'm a fucking band bro. You can rubber band me. You can rubber band me. You can rubber band me. I'm a fucking band bro. You can rubber band me. Rubber bands on my wrist, cause it's stacks on deck. Robbers get a death wish for the cab to the neck. 50 G's on the wrist, I'ma get my respect. And you talking with a bitch, what's the hollows he check?
Anyway. Anyways, back to Crazy Talk. How's it going, everybody? Here, let me finish this. Good job.
Get a nigga with some money, buy the bar, nigga. What? Ain't no slack in my Mac, cause it's cheese to be gone. All this candy on the ship and make a hater sign run. 20 G's in my pocket, spin it all at the mall. Gun flagging me down, an Egyptian looking bro. I'm a pure blow. You understand me? I'm a walking bang road. You can rubber band me. You can rubber band me. You can rubber band me. I'm a walking bang road. You can rubber band me. I'm a pure blow. Do you understand me? I'm a walking bang road. You can rubber band me. You can rubber band me. You can rubber band me. I'm a walking bang road. You can rubber band me. Peanut butter, reed, guts, with orange paint. Stripper club, flash money like I bought a bank. From the bezel, see the road. There's a key, one so a nigga can't rob. 24s on the Chevy, they be ooh.
Oh yeah, that's where it is.
White tee, man, that nigga clean, girl.
I'm talking to a guy who at one point had a fucking
Bubble Kush coming straight out of Cali chain. Get so much ice, man. You can call me Frost City, shine like my 24s. You can call me Frost City, jealous signs, guns got me tossing. You ain't Tom Cruise, cause your mission is impossible. I'm a pure brick of blow. Do you understand me? I'm a fucking bang. You can rubber band me. You can rubber band me. You can rubber band me. I'm a fucking bang roll. You can rubber band me. I'm a pure brick of blow. Do you understand me? I'm a fucking bang roll. You can rubber band me. You can rubber band me. You can rubber band me. I'm a
Iced tea, man. We like iced tea.
you can rubber band me.
Put on midnight. Midnight. Don't make me get up, you fucker. Come on.
South, Midwest.
Midnight, time for homicide.
With stacks in your pocket, reaching your
Midnight, chewing at AM. Cooling, drinking apple juice. Fucking shut up, bitch. We already listened to this, man. Next song.
Who do you think you calling me a bitch? Yo, don't get mad.
Yo, baby, don't get mad, don't get mad. You know what I'm saying? Let me tell you what really is, what a bitch really is. I once knew this brother who I thought was cool with me. Chilled out together when we went to school with me. Fly nigga, my people, we used to low ride together, shot dice in the back. You want trouble,
What's up with your fam?
cause we did shit,
The critical beatdown.
He needed money,
He would always come through.
needed a car, he could use mine too. But busted out on the street, people thought he was ripping.
Talking under, talking about the
Someone heard him popping that shit last week.
Sucking the
Fucking guy.
big butt.
Original.
What the hell? Damn.
Sweet.
What's up?
You can change it. What's up?
What's up? What's up, Iceberg?
Yo, I'm waiting for somebody.
What's up, Iceberg?
Put on that one.
I'm just playing.
Yo.
What's happening, man? How you doing, man? Oh, man, I'm just lounging, man. I'm tripping off you busting
Fuck, crank that shit.
and shit, man. Shit's going down, but check this out, G.
Yo, join me.
What's up, Iceberg?
What's up?
What's happening, man? How you doing, man? Oh, man, I'm just lounging, man. I'm tripping off you busting and shit, man. Like how this going down, man. Like the way this shit is going down, but check this out, G. We got to kick some of that old rough 6 in the morning type shit, you know what I'm saying?
I don't want to
Yeah,
call
back to the
6 in the
OG,
morning,
so let me tell you
man.
what
But
you
what
gonna
you
need.
gonna call it
Crazy,
home?
stupid, fly, slap. You know, I got that.
Is that white too?
Old school story. Hey, you know I got millions of them, boy. Yeah, okay.
What?
Call it 6 in the morning.
You don't want to call it 6 in the morning.
Call it, homie.
What's going on, y'all? If y'all got anything you want to ask the 8-ball, feel free to type it in the side. I'll ask the 8-ball for you. We'll find out what it says. What's going on, though? Happy Monday. How's it going? It's Crazy Talk till 5 o'clock. If you have anything you really want to talk about, feel free to talk about it. I'm willing.
Why would they step when they know we're strapped? I never cruise all in without a cat in my lap.
Hey.
I busted through the corner.
Get gonna wake up. This is good. That's bold. My homie Stashio. Women. Here. Listen to my nine and look to go. To hell. Yeah. Fuck that shit. It's drinkable. They're good, man, yeah. Ah. Gracias. Fuck, man. My homie just came here and got me toe up. Good.
Where were these brothers from?
Yeah.
These brothers come.
I gotta get this energy drink in me.
I caught a ricochet. These motherfuckers was ill.
Come to play.
Hid in the bushes, shot, please, running fake death. Motherfuckers really keep them sight.
Yeah.
3 of us, please.
Shit, so. Yeah, man, fuck. I don't know. I totally wasn't prepared to be up and fucking all mobile and shit, man.
Crazy talk, man.
Yeah, man, no, I fucking, I don't know, man. I don't know, I wasn't,
Check it out, bro.
Alright.
Old school. Fucking, that's your base. Up and down, man. 10 pounds hard, this one.
Okay.
Old school.
Cool.
$3.99, man. $5.
Let's do it. Go. No, that's fucking, that's a buck wire right there,
That
man.
goes into the sub out of the amp.
Yeah.
And then our red and white to red and white with that tape. Hook your sub to that amp, done.
Yeah.
FaceTime.
You mean my, my speakers?
Your subs, yeah.
Yeah, my subs. That's right, okay. Yeah.
Speaker wires. to that amp.
Yeah.
Red and white.
No, I know what you're talking about now.
Sub out, remember?
Yeah.
Okay. Fucking police.
Yeah.
So we had to creep.
Yeah, no, fuck, man, I don't know. I've literally for 8 months or more, maybe even.
Since you lived here, that thing hasn't worked.
Well, no, I fucking had it going.
At your last house.
No, I had it here. I had it going here. I had everything going. But fuck, one day something happened. I don't know, and I tried. I tested everything. I tried. I tried on 3 different occasions, and then I just said fuck it. After it was.
You're probably trying to get the other amp running.
I was. Well, you know, I ran them through all the tests. I did everything, and for some reason it wasn't working. I mean, we sat here for a while.
2 hours.
Yeah.
Sweating my bag off.
Yeah, man. No, it was stressed me out. It stressed me out to the point where I was like, fuck it, man. I didn't even really care about it. I mean, I don't even want to fuck with it, man. I didn't want to like I was just pissed off. I would want to kick it through the wall. I just felt serious. Lose it. And then I hit reverse. Cup. Oh,
Yo, I'm out of
Even though evils are blue up, trippy.
that sounds trippy as fuck. All night death bout. What? What, Mike? Yeah, don't say this. Yo.
I'm not gonna touch it.
Your mama got 2 feet.
Blown out of titties.
Bitch fell down and kept running.
Balls to the studio late nights. Time to cut another track. It's gotta be hype. Going around booking, hand under loose leaf. Anybody losing that, they get loose teeth. Evil's got the funky beat. A super dope loop. But the record's kinda old.
What's going with you, True?
We gotta clean it up because it's so dope. Try to rub in alcohol, even the iris soap.
What up?
But no matter what we do, the record keeps clicking. Fuck it.
Fuck yeah. I love this shit.
Yo, give me some of that damn fried chicken.
What's wrong with it? I love everybody loves fried chicken, right? You love fried chicken, right?
Mary Brown's.
Oh, what you say? What you say? What?
Popeyes is nice too.
Oh yeah.
We got a Popeyes in West Bank. It's standing room.
Oh, that's what I heard. I heard you guys got a Popeyes
Yeah,
in West
you
Bank.
just fucking open the door every day. Can't fucking get it. Barely.
West Side? Oh, I think it's hip.
Yeah, next song.
No.
No. Next song.
I'm here to kick off the MVP.
Next song.
The 90s, you know I'm talking to my most able player buddies, you know.
Sick, eh?
Oh, that's awesome. What, stick? You gonna go outside?
Yeah. Y'all fucking player. Yeah. That's right. When other motherfuckers diss me and all y'all motherfuckers came coming around here kicking it with me. Yo, mad love y'all. And the other motherfuckers, fuck them. Yeah. Cause y'all are players. That's what's up. Shit. You know? Crazy Bentwick ain't never gonna dig a dive. Cause I can swim. Shit. For a long motherfucking time. Yeah. What up, though? What up, everybody? How you doing? Ching ching. What up? Yeah. Man, the homies up here, you're all waking on native up. I think he likes crazy talk. I think he likes to be on crazy talk around me. No, I'm just playing. It's my brother, man. It's my brother. What's going on though? Whoever that was that just hopped in here. Today's crazy talk till 5 o'clock. You got anything you want to ask the 8-ball, man? We'll ask it. You just gotta put it in the comments on the side. We'll ask away. We'll figure it out for you. Keep it civilized though. Keep it civilized. We don't want to ask that. I ain't trying to ask the 8-ball and you know fucking fucked up shit.
He's gay.
Yo, that's just my 8-ball. My 8-ball even answered. He said, I can't even answer that right now. And yo, that's for real though. For real, man. My 8-ball keeps it real. It doesn't lie. It doesn't fuck around, man.
Trying to break the 8-ball.
It really does. I don't bring it out only on Mondays on Crazy Talk. I don't ever ask it shit. I only ask it on Mondays, and for real, it just keeps it real, like fucking on point, man. You could. It hasn't lied once yet, honest to God. And there's been a lot of comments on Crazy Talk. I think this is what, my 14th Crazy Talk. Yeah. Yeah. Yo. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah.
Crank that up now.
Yo, I ain't no fucking bobblehead, motherfucker. Like, yeah.
Oh, I need this for the Mustang, man.
You fucking sick shit.
Put 2,000 watts in there, some Alpine shit, all Alpine amps and decks.
I love that shit. Sick beat though, eh?
That's gonna be hard. Can't wait.
Yeah, those seats are gonna be tight that you got.
It's gonna be nice, man. This summer, man. I gotta get on it. Summer's getting close. Like 2 weeks of straight work.
I wonder if you could. Yeah, those are fucking buck seats that you got for you.
You can get those.
They're quick in installing it.
You can get those and install them on here.
Yeah, no, my homie's got
Mustang.
fucking brand new seats for his Mustang, and they're in a box still. They're pretty tight, man. Like fuck, I sit in them and they just suck you right in.
Brown leather.
Yeah, no, they're really fucking nice. The Mustang is fucking buck.
So low, my boot hits it when I get beside.
Yeah, man, the Mustang is
Hit the ground.
buck,
It's on the
man.
ground. It's a race car.
It's a race car, man, for real.
Oh yeah. Fun to drive, man.
Yeah, man, it's nice and easy. It's my brother's dad deal, man.
Yeah, we're gonna have to fucking get you one. That's time to fade over, eh? Let her skip. We're going to the next song. That probably is the last song, ain't it?
Yeah, man. I'm gonna like convert everybody from everywhere to this shit. Come on, talk to me. I'm on here. I'm on here every day. Yeah. Jam on.
Old grandma on fucking nutty professor. Oh, Cletus. Oh. Grandma's calling him on. The old man wants to fight him. Fucking, I'll catch you, she said.
Don't text me no more. Don't text me no more. Yeah. Don't text me no more. Yeah. So funny. This song's fucking funny, man. Yeah.
Crazy bass when you have the subs.
Oh shit, I could have fucking hold on.
Don't call me no more and don't text me no more. Don't call me no more and don't text me no more. Cause I'm through with you. Cause I'm through with you.
Push it in, right hand.
Don't call me no more and don't text me no more. Don't call me no more and don't text me no more. Don't call me no more and don't text me no more. Cause I'm through with you. Cause I'm through with you. Why you wasting up my character? Give me left and right. No one ever let you back. He ain't gonna act right.
Come here. Let him.
Yeah. There we go. Here come now. Uplift your soul, get your house in order. MCs be acting like they walking on water. Yeah. Here come now.
Uplift your soul, get your house in order.
MCs be acting like they walking on water.
I'll break you down like
The bone rotten haiku.
who you want not to. Will I crucify you? Hammer to the
Yeah.
neck. Commence to impale it.
Let me see something.
Flashback.
Make everything straight.
I'm sailing blind
On the open seas.
like an overloaded boat of Haitian refugees. And I'm on my knees. My face on the rock. One more prostration
For my salvation.
My chin's fucking up. Got me fucking up. The cool in my flesh. And my soul won't match.
Oh shit. Wait, what up? Alright. Alright.
Lick the shot when the heat up the spot. Boy, where you want run when the gun get hot. Lick the shot
What's good?
heat up the spot.
Yeah. Tomorrow was great. Yeah. Shit, I didn't realize the fucking hackers already had infiltrated.
What happened?
Oh, I can only see the comments from on here now. they fucking made it so that you can't see.
Turn your TV on and off one time. Reset it.
No, it doesn't work like that. I literally gotta like turn off my stream, restart it. It's fucking it's harassment. It is, man. Every day these people hack me. Literally on my dick every fucking day. No, there's nothing you could do about it.
Yeah, he could.
No.
He could, yeah. He could crash their shit from here.
It's already been done, like, fuck. It's hard to we've already been ratted on. Fucking
cyber warfare?
Yeah, because these guys are hackers upstairs.
Is that why?
Yeah, my roommates already know how to do all that shit. And they fucking got like, whoever is doing it complained on us. And they got fucking, yeah. Like, the company said we can't be doing that kind of shit. So, it's fucked.
It's tough.
Yeah, but I just have to put up with it. I'm already used to it. Like, it doesn't bother me. You know what I mean? Like, it's just fucking, the fact is if I did know who it was, I would do something about it.
Gotcha.
All me and like I would do it myself. But you know, I ain't gonna.
And a piece of fish grant you every wish.
Yeah.
Wait till we can stream your screen sharing to your TV so you can see everything on your phone.
Well, that's the reason why I can't see your guys' comments on my fucking. I gotta turn my fan on. Yeah. But that's the reason why I can't see the comments.
Smart to a PM. You done broke the first rule. You done broke the first rule. You done broke the first rule. Talking smart to a PM. You done broke the first rule. You done broke the first rule. You done broke the first rule. Talking smart to a PM. You done broke the first. You done broke the first rule. You done broke the first rule. Talking smart to a PM. You done broke the first rule. You done broke the first rule. You done broke the first rule. You a smart mind. Get the.
Those dirty, stinky boys, they're toxic. I like them. I'm
You can do it on this TV.
What?
Do the screen sharing.
Screen sharing. Oh, you turned off my.
No, I didn't.
Hey, did?
Fuck no. Watch. Exit. Sorry, brother, if I did.
Oh no.
Watch. Exit.
Oh, shit.
I was trying to put the screen mirroring on so I could put my screen on your screen.
Oh,
so same thing. I could do your screen on that screen, and then you'd see all the comments.
Huh.
Yeah, figure that out. It's right there.
Oh shit! You found a way to get past that?
Yeah.
Ah, you know that would piss them off so bad.
Yeah, it would be past it, right? Because you go
Yeah,
to Bluetooth, you pair a device, which is your phone. Right, and then as soon as you pair your phone to that, you're laughing.
Oh yeah, that would piss them off.
So Google how to pair this phone to this Vizio TV. It should be easy.
Well, it's Sony.
Oh, Vizio.
Yeah, but it's Sony.
Okay. It's got Sony guts.
Vizio Sony, yeah.
It's Sony guts.
Yeah.
It's Sony guts.
It's smart TV, 3D smart TV.
Well, look, I can put it on your network and everything, and you could have everything on your fucking thing. All you gotta do is have the Wi-Fi code wherever I put that, right? Like it's searching for your Wi-Fi right now. There it is, right there. So you're on the Wi-Fi. Grab the code off the top of the fucking speaker there. Okay, so what's the code here? 4. How do you do a letter?
My TV controller is like a video game controller on the other
4.
side.
4. A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
Check it out.
H, I,
On the
J,
other
K.
side. No. Look at it. Look at it. Flip it over. Flip this over.
Oh, sorry. 4. U. Hey! 6. 7. Oh yeah. Not on the bed. Outside maybe. Come on. Or I can take it with me. Thank you. Yeah, right there, man. Yeah, really? 7. G. So then that's XG. So I need to put. X. G. There we go. Q.
The war. Oh. Maybe that might be a little too much. What?
C. Did I not get it? Okay.
I always forget that this TV can hook right up to that shit.
No, that's not what I'm looking for. Okay, and then does this one have screen share?
It should.
Or
Yeah, it should.
okay, what kind of phone is it? Google?
It says Google 3.
Google
Pixel
3?
3. Google Pixel 3.
Okay, Google Pixel 3, how to screen share with a Vizio. I'll figure it out on this phone. Not to say this phone's cooler, just. Okay, so it's a Google.
Yeah, sir. I'm just dealing with Stash.
Google Pixel. Pixel 3?
Yeah, Google Pixel 3.
Okay, screen share with
Somebody's
Vizio. Z-I-O.
Here. Yo, which one is it? The PVR TV optic client?
Optic TV client? Sean's room, that's no.
Yeah, that's
Hold on for a sec.
okay. Yo, that's
Hold on,
these are
I'll start
options.
searching for devices here, wait. Search for a device if you can. We found these devices.
Try PVR. Try PVR. Just push it. Yeah, let's see what happens.
It's not gonna do anything. Your box on your thing there. It's not what we want.
No, yeah, we don't want that.
Okay, so you want to go to
Back to this here.
find to the screen share, right? No, screen share.
Disconnect.
Yeah, screen share. This button up here. Yeah, wait. Let me search for some devices. Just the stand. Go for it. Push the button up there on the top. Yeah. See?
Optic TV.
Try that, I guess. No, it would say Vizio. Okay, I got a thing here. Watch. It says, how do I mirror Google Pixel to my TV? How do you share on a Vizio TV?
Voice.
Yeah, there we go.
I don't know what that is. Disconnect. I'm just gonna disconnect those now.
Here, check it out. It's right here, Jay. Right here. Just open the Google Home app, wherever that is on here. top left corner of the home screen, tap menu. Not you, this thing. So we're looking for Google. It's Amazon, so no. Looking for Google. Okay, so menu. Let's see. Network, Bluetooth, help, audio.
Network, maybe.
Network and Wi-Fi settings, maybe. Yeah, let's see. It says manual setup, test connection.
What
Established, and you're connected to your W0189, so you have that already. So you're on that. Now your TV has.
Pair my TV with my phone.
Your TV has, yes, your TV has connection now. So we gotta go menu, and we can go to maybe help. What are we doing here? No, TV settings probably.
Probably Bluetooth, right?
Game mode, device setup. This is what we're doing right here. Device setup. Device type. And then device brand. No. Exit. That's not what we're looking for. No, we're not looking for that. We're looking for other stuff. I want to try and figure out
device.
I want to try and figure out it says right here. It says list of available devices to cast will appear. Select your Vizio Smart TV from this list. Right? Okay, so open the Google Home app. So it'll be on your phone. It'll say Google Home. No. Go back one.
Oh, I forget.
Go back one. It's in your apps. Back one. We'll say right here in these things, Google Home somewhere. These ones here, we'll say Google Home. If we can read it. This one's menu on here. I don't know. Okay. No. That menu? No.
I don't use that shit. I don't really use a phone, man.
Okay. Google Home app. Google Home app. So that's part of the app we're on. It says top the top left corner of the home screen. Tap menu, wherever that menu is. Cast screen, audio, top left corner.
Settings.
We're close though, we're close. Okay, I just how to pixel my Pixel 3 to my smart TV, so let's do it. With an HDMI cord connection, all share hubs to your TV. Make sure that active wireless connection to your Pixel smartphone. Pixel smartphone, go to access settings. Pixel smartphone screencast to your TV. So it says HDMI cord, all share hub to your TV. Make sure
What's this right here? Oh, man. More. Put it more.
Okay, so we need to 3 best ways. Try this one here one more time. A little bit deeper. Because if we can get this thing on your screen, you're laughing.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I've seen you do it before, actually.
Yeah.
I've seen you do it with a... Yeah, man. I was like, you could do that? But I'm like, fuck, man.
Okay. It says ways to connect. Using the Chromecast, using the All-Share Hub, using the Mirrorcast. 1.3. Okay. Chromecast. Okay. So, no, we want a mirror screen. Mirrorcast 1.3. Okay. Pixel 3 provided USB Ethernet connect. Pixel device for Mirrorcast must follow. Add new. What?
you know what, man? It really doesn't matter. I mean, it's not that big of a deal.
If we can get rid of the hackers, wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah, no, it would be sick. I mean, that would be funny to outsmart them. But I mean, technically, I'm still outsmarting them. I can look at my phone. I mean, it's not that big of a deal. And the other thing is too, man, when I'm trying to play, man, I'm not trying to have that on my screen when I'm trying to play, right?
You have it on another screen though.
Oh, on that too? Yeah, man, well, I don't know.
Okay, you'll have two abilities. Now cast the mirror cast device, enable options under settings, display, cast menu, enable wires, display. Enable the option under settings. No.
Probably turn this TV on, eh?
Yeah, eh? Well, is it going to go to that TV? Is that one?
Well, I don't. It's not that TV. It's not a smart TV. I don't know.
I don't know really what the extent this TV is really capability. I know that TV is bulk.
Yeah, that's right.
Settings, display, cast. Nothing. Okay, so that's inside the TV mirror cast device. Enable the option under settings, display, cast. Well, I could do that, but
that's an option there when we're on the phone. Like when you're in there.
Okay.
You have to go into back into the YouTube chat.
Try that, yeah. Mirror cast.
See right there?
Okay.
That's what it's talking about, right?
Yeah. So try that then. Go to settings. Hit it.
And that's what shows up.
Yeah, okay, hold on. On Vizio TV. It's gonna tell me how to do it on your Vizio. That's what I need to know.
Alright.
It's gonna tell me. Get rid of my TV, I'll bring it here, the 70th, we'll stick it in front of your
Only you have to get out of bed. It's already too big, actually. Shit. Too boo.
How to screen share, Pixel 3 XLE Pixel 3 to Vizio. Should pop up. Pixel 3A?
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Now, Chromecast is the only device of the three that you'll be able to do a straight mirror-to-mirror. If you're just trying to send video from your phone to the TV, you can do it with the Chromecast, Roku, or the Fire TV. So, just disclaimer there. So, what you're going to do is swipe down from the top. You're going to pull down again. And you're going to tap on this little pencil right here. And that's going to show you some other options you have to put on the notification panel. And what we're going to do is just hold down the cast icon, and we're going to drag it up here. And
shit, I didn't even know I had those options.
Back button, and it's going to create a new page. That's where your hotspot's going to go. But you'll see the cast button right here. Go ahead and just tap on the cast. And what's going to show up is a list of your streaming devices. In this case, Chromecast to a Chromecast. So here's my Chromecast, and I've made it on this TV. Tap on that. And now the black screen is here for my TV. Whatever I do on the phone, it's going to show up on the TV. We'll be able to rotate certain
Where's the remote? I've lost it. For the TV. Oh, there it is. Okay, so now we're looking for this Miracast thing on here.
You couldn't meet me half on half with that cream you stash. So baby, I burned in my desire for the ass. It's hard for a brother to pass. It's so crushed. I be thinking how an next hurt get the thrust. But once I pick up, I'ma stick up the scene. Enough of this give up shit, baby. Let's beam. Word to earth, check the scheme. I got the flavor saber tooth max, so don't act for the style. Let's blaze on back. Come fix the bond style. Connect so much out. I know it's popped up, so I got the beats
Close, though.
to protect.
Fucking close.
Shelter my roots, God proof master. Along divine loot, has to motivate the rapture.
Okay,
Until my
now.
butter mate, feel my hot dub plate. Come on, baby, ease on back. Oh, if I get mine, then you'll get yours, and we can take
Okay, that does that. So we have to go back and listen to this, guys, again. See what he did. I missed this step. It was going too fast. Okay. Turn the tunes down for a sec, bro.
You want someone to watch you play the game on a big screen, or maybe you want to just see yourself play on a big screen. Whatever it is, that's one option. The other group of people say, I just want to show Netflix or Hulu or YouTube. I want to play it on my TV from my phone. So I'm going to show you two methods to do this, because one method is more efficient for one group and one is for the other group. So we're going to go ahead and jump right in. To do this, you will need, first of all, Wi-Fi. You will need home Wi-Fi, so you won't be able to do this over your mobile data. So just disclaimer, you will need Wi-Fi to do it. Second, you will need either a Chromecast, a Roku, or a Fire TV device to do it as well. So you need a streaming device and you will need Wi-Fi to get this done, just as an FYI. I will leave a link in the description below in case you do want to purchase a Chromecast or Roku or Fire Stick. Any one of those devices, if you're trying to do this mirror thing, you don't have the devices, but you want to do it, just browse the link below and you'll be able to then follow the steps in the video and mirror your screen right to the TV. Okay, so let's jump right in. The first thing we're going to go over is just a straight, I want to see whatever is on my phone screen on the TV.
We got close, though. Okay. Where are we at here? What happened? Why am I still with this guy?
Is the only device of the three
Why am I with this guy still?
that was to do a straight mirror to mirror. If you're just trying to send video from your phone to the TV, you can do it with the Chromecast, Roku, or the Fire TV. So, just as...
It should just go right to Optic TV client, right? That's what I was thinking.
Bunch of shit. So that's not the one. Okay. Blank screen when casting from Pixel 3. See if that helps anything. Okay, so I have a Vizio SmartCast TV and a Pixel 3. When selecting cast, my phone takes me to the SmartCast input on the TV. It will connect to the TV. When the Google Photos, YouTube, I'm able to project to my TV whatever's on my screen at that moment. It will do it before by accident, but ever since then I'm not able to. So, we have a bunker. Yeah, there's probably no way to do it. Did it once by accident. worth a shot. I thought I could help you, buddy.
Yeah, it's all good, man. It's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, it is.
Not really.
You just gotta get a new TV.
Well, I got 2 TVs sitting right here.
That's not a Smartie, though. The one down there. The other one. Season up. What's that money rate? Back to the original program. Slow comer. Stick. What the heck now? Computer just spanked me.
Yeah, niggas sick of me, man. Niggas, I'm riding 30s on the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, man, me gonna shoot me because the baby gonna holler at me. Niggas, free enterprise on the truth. To you niggas ever talking about, man, send me something for the Lolo. I ain't sending you niggas nothing for the Lolo. I already sold you niggas something for the Lolo. Nigga, it's a driver. I'm trying to double up. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, hate my stack. Well, you can catch me in the shit.
Shauna Fraser. Shauna Fraser. We gotta restart? We gotta restart your TV?
Huh?
We gotta restart your shit?
No. Everything's good. You. What's up, Stick? What's going on, everybody? We couldn't figure it out. I don't think there's an option for it.
Not for your phone, no.
Not for my phone. Yeah, this phone's fucked, man. Like, they come out with this phone, man. It's like, look at the fucking charge, man. They changed everything. Like, fuck, man. Why you gotta be?
Not even for this phone.
Yeah, but look at this shit. Like, fuck, there's no fucking.
No headphone jack.
Yeah, like nothing. Like, fuck, you gotta use nothing on this phone.
So weird, no headphone jack.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
It's like I'm looking for a plug or something, and I can pop a plug and get
It's like everything's supposed to be able to voice activate it or some shit. It is. It's fucked up, man. It's a trippy ass phone.
Cool phone.
Yeah, it really is. It's a good phone. It's durable as shit too. I beat it up.
Come on, Stick.
You.
There.
Funny.
You want a drink? Take a drink.
Funny. Here, let's get back in here. I got a Google Pixel 3.
Google Pixel 3.
Trippy phone. Shit, man, I'm faded. Yeah. In an hour till we start shooting people.
Of what?
You.
We'll bring it with us, Stick. Don't worry. Come with us. Oh, I know. What's up, have it outside and it'll take the boom outside, right? You know those words.
Powder.
Dude, what a trip. A couple more. One more. What a trip. That was almost scary for a second. Even you flinched.
Yeah, I was like, I forgot that it's on, man.
I turned it on.
Yeah. I forgot. I don't usually use it. Turn it on.
It's good for fresh air.
I just keep the fan on in the bathroom. Sucks everything off.
Oh, what's a move?
Yeah. I like this song.
Yeah.
Mama room.
I said stop.
Mama.
Walk the dog, make your way to the bar. Get your poison chose, drink your old school style in your b-boy pose. Man flow like a pack of Eskimos. Cause I'm the wizard of shit, I'm about to wreck your set. It's just an empty threat, something I can't sweat. Cause my hands make it dirty. Come check the age. Simply turn the page. And I'll engage in the gift that kid swiftly skip to the roof of your mouth like some chicken. Peanut butter, you know your style's butter. Cause every word of butter pops out from the gutter. I make you shudder when the rock is cold. I do things the way I like to, it's mic's control. And if you get bold, well kitty, you get back. Cause your knowledge is trick, and it's making me sick. Say, hey, now, come on, y'all. There's money in your pocket and you're walking tall. Make your way to the bar, get your poison chose, and drink it old school style in your b-boy pose. Hey, now, come on, y'all. If there's money in your pocket and you're walking tall, make your way to the bar and get your poison chose, and drink it old school style in your b-boy pose.
I'm Danny Boy with the
hardcore style. In the mouth like a root canal. You get me started and I'm hard to stop. I got 45 calibers ready to pop. And when I pop up, you drop off, you get thrown out the frame. The more shit change, the more things stay the same. And I got no respect for your area from Brooklyn to
I don't mind. Yeah, I like Android. I like Android way better than I like fucking iPhone. I don't like iPhones. Fuck. They just fucking want to know way too much. Like, fuck. I barely even like to talk. I barely even like phones, to be honest. I'm a personable person. I like face to face. You know? I got rhymes galore, I got rhymes for peace, I got rhymes for war. I got rhymes for skins, I got rhymes kids, your crew ain't got no wins. If you wanna get your head cracked, run up if you wanna get your skull knocked.
play the hard rock, baby, get your ears boxed. Kill you all
Just like it was smallpox.
Kill your livestock like I was anthrax. Come see me live and crazy's how the band say, hey, now, come on, y'all, let this money in your pocket.
Then you're walking tall.
Make your way to the bar.
Get your poison chose, drinking old school style in your b-boy pose.
Hey, now, come on, y'all, let this money in your pocket and you're walking tall. Make your way to the bar, get your poison chose and drink it old school style in your b-boy pose.
Yeah, sick beat though. Hey. Let's see what we got here.
Yeah.
And my man Divine. Well, you my homie till the end of time. I like to say, and my man Divine.
Danny boy,
You my friend till the end of time. Stash, yo, you my brother till the end of time.
cry about shit. No crying, huh?
Dilated people's feet down with the tribe. Yes, you're a loco with Peter Green. Killer on Click B wrecking the scene. I still got a lot of love to give. I still got a lot of love to give. I still got a lot of love to give.
Yeah,
I got a whole lot of love to give. I still got a lot of love to give. I still got a lot of love to give. I got a whole lot of love to give. I still got a lot of love to give. 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 I got a whole lot of love to give. I got a whole lot of love to give. I got a whole lot of
4 o'clock.
love to give.
Yes, sir.
Oof.
It's almost 20 minutes till 4:20. No problem.
yeah.
Let's see what we got over
Boom, boom.
here. Come on. Give me that.
No heart.
Stick up in my dick, no secondary shorts.
I'm sick up in this game, I'll take no motherfucking shorts in. Slam dunk these bullets up in your ass like Jordan. Menace to society, motherfucking killer. Just call me the East Bay gangster, I'm your real ass nigga. Quick to make the season done and quick to get my blast on. Do a 187 with this motherfucking mask on. But about the cut, deeper than Atlantis. Throw his chest apart, left his heart on the canvas. Now I get more mail than the rest of the pushers. Rat-tat-tat-tat-tat, came my tech from the bushes. I blast with no heart, cause I'm heartless and I'm trying. AK, blast on that ass if in my way, nigga. Slinging bullets since the very start. Much love for this game, so a nigga got no heart.
Not playing.
A nigga got no heart.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about, Mo.
Release the trigger
As we
blast on a nigga. Nino put a cease on his time X ticker and
we get need no love.
Cause I'm stuck on the corner in the
Oh, nice. Drumsticks, eh?
Make it some drumsticks.
Cats kill from the gangsters in my hood. You better use that Nina cause the dudes ain't no good. And I'm taking up a hobby. Murdering motherfuckers and massacre robbery.
You know what though?
22 and I'm still slinging
I fucking killed in World War II, the game, man. I killed over 600,000 people. I know, 500,000, over 500,000. I was getting close to 6.
Yeah, man.
That's bigger than K-Town. It's like the equivalent of like 3 or 4.
Yeah, man.
I was a ruthless vato. I'm a bad.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we fucking.
Yeah, man. I'm a friend of me. I'm the recruiting maniac. Yeah.
In my hood, stubbing cake back. I sat and watched them shoot my niggas in the space crack. Uzi spray like rain on these cockroaches. A drop bomb full of 187 soldiers. Doing dirt, cause we dirty when the trigger pull. 17 up in that nigga, left his body full. Apollo tips, so I know he won't be coming back. I let my mail stack and let my hair black. But my sweet
They
Sunday had
the
to
turn top. The Susie came and that nigga bad no more. Take go. The block. Yeah, man. Dance with no love. You.
wake your punk ass up for the 93 shot.
That's a good album to wake up to, though, for real.
Fucking house. Yeah.
Wake your punk ass up.
Ain't nothing but a con, man, y'all.
Funny stuff.
Ain't nothing but niggas on the run. And this goes out to my niggas. Shit. A fucked up childhood is not the way I am. It's got me in the state where I don't give a damn. Somebody hurt me, but nah, they don't hear me though. I guess I'll be another victim of the ghetto. Ain't no escaping cause I'm way too young. Pops is dealing, and on top of that, got mom's sprung, scheming off the top. Pops never figured that he go down by the hands of another nigga. Now my pops is going, that ain't no good. Got to follow in the footsteps of the homies from the hood, and was the role model. Niggas putting food in my fucking baby bottle. Damn, and through all the motherfucking pain, they done drove my mom's insane. So
You took it down?
Yeah, I took it down, man.
Wash it, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
No bleach. Cold water.
Actually, it looked different. It looked a little worse the other day. I'm gonna do it again, though.
Cool up.
Fuck it.
Now I'm of age and living in the projects, getting paid off the cooks and the county checks. I'm telling you, fresh out of high school, never did I wonder that the motherfucking hood would take me under. Gee, I'm kicking it with the homies and they got the struts. Off to the corner store, owned by the fucking see a bitch in the right lane, so I comes with the Mac. I still ain't with a motherfucking jack in the back. Now he's got the strut to my homie.
It's a good album. It's from the movie Menace to Society.
Shot my nigga in the fucking head. I got one in the shoulder. If I didn't run, I was dead. Now I'm laying in the hospital bed, thinking about the motherfuckers, and my eyes is bloodshot red. Yeah, motherfuckers, I ain't finished. Be on the lookout for the straight up minutes. Shit.
Remember where that shit is yet?
What's
I
up?
don't. Actually.
Straight up minutes. Damn.
Yeah.
Straight up minutes. I'm in too deep. I had to kill the motherfucker and I just can't sleep. One time's trying to do a smooth creep, and on top of that, niggas after me for fucking one of these good rats. I ain't got time for the fucking ninja story. Niggas want me, gotta come to my territory, and ain't no you can get the this. Niggas come and they get done on their own risk. What is it all about?
Remember where he was like,
Should I speak? 'Cause I don't wanna punk.
he's like, man, we can rent a limo and we can watch these fuckers just beat up. He's like, you can sit in a limo.
You don't want no part of it.
Yeah, man. Oh, funny, man.
That's the way to do it, though. You just tell them when to park there. They're like, oh, look what's going on. Holy shit. I guess we better call the cops. Oh, damn, I can't dial my phone. I can't see that. I'm all fucked up. Just do a fake 911 call. Oh, 911. so the limo driver thinks we call them. Where are the cops?
That's
how we roll, man.
Fuck yeah, man. It's funny as shit. That's fucked up how they can fucking manipulate my shit like that and everything I'm doing.
What we'll do is we'll make this TV, that TV, and we'll get you a smart one for the or we could just get you a mini smart TV that my phone or that Samsung.
I know how to fucking do that.
That Samsung will fucking go to it.
It'd be the same thing as just hooking your laptop to your TV, right?
Yeah, maybe.
It's that fucking one little cord,
USB
right?
cord.
Kind of like a USB cord.
Oh.
I might have that.
No, we don't need it. We just need the one that does the fucking screen sharing.
Bam,
Like
bam,
a BIOS.
bam, bam.
One button, bam, it's there. We'll get it.
Say this beat is funky.
It is funky.
Wiener. Packing up good. Fucking fucking.
One motherfucker that went way too quick, man. Somebody made that happen. That person should have fucking got fucked up.
Easy is the best, with the best.
And talking hella shitting. Don't you know your bluffing ain't enough? You see that all your mark motherfuckers can't fuck with me. So bring it on, cause I got something for ya. Mac 10 strong, smoke that ass like Doja. Put that ass off till I leave your ass broke. I'm icing like Tyson, boy, I ain't no joke. A lot of niggas now think they made a steal. Too tough to get took, and that's for real. But let me tell you like show, nigga, that's your life. Cause niggas I know get took every night. Trying to show I look good, but I
know what it is, right? I think
knows how the story goes.
we only have RCA cords right now running from the CD player down. Oh, no, that won't work.
No.
I don't know. You gotta figure out how to make that microphone jack work. Fuck.
It's just a switch, probably.
Ah, you suck. You're not trying to help me at all.
Where is this?
Right here.
All right. You have to actually pause all this shit. And it should just fucking. The shit just pop on.
You got music going on that.
It's playing.
Okay, as soon as it starts playing on there.
It's playing.
Okay.
Full volume.
Really?
Mm-hmm. 1, 2, 3. Line 1, mic 2. Mic 2.
Oh, maybe this is plugged in properly.
Mic 2.
I used to fucking do this. Used to work.
Watch this.
Sure?
Watch this. Watch this. Watch this works. Phones, and then.
Yeah, man.
No, that's not working. That's headphones. Fuck. Tape. Tape. Yeah, so if you can get this working, that'd be sweet. One day. If you ever figure it out, call me. I'll come back. Fucking leave Baxter. It's all good. Just put regular music on. Sorry, man.
Yeah, no, it's all good, man.
Yeah, I just wanted to see if you knew what you're doing, but even you can't figure it out, eh?
Well, fuck, man. It's been a minute.
Mm-hmm.
I have to fuck with this, and I'm not really interested. I got what I need out of it all.
I know. Okay, put some fucking music in.
Mic.
Put some music. I should go get that Scarface CD you grabbed and then put it on. Shit, that's a wicked one. The one you grabbed that has the on the block. Fuck, man, or my block. That was a good fucking.
Let's see.
The world.
Quick.
Yeah, check it out, Jay. Here's that head chick of that circle of the fucking baking club, and that's That's the chick that was hitting on me at that party. I was like, wanted me to go outside and do blow with her. I don't do blow. And that's the chick that was telling me about the baking club, the buddy's fucking old lady. I'm like, are you gonna be? I'm like, are you gonna be there? She's like, that's what I'm trying to tell you. Like, you're gonna be there? She's like, yeah. I'm like, fucking. And then all of a sudden, she's like, two of my friends over there, they want to meet you. And there's two blonde chicks sitting there staring me down, looking like this. I'm like, oh my god. Like, I was like, what's happening here? And I was getting way too messed up, and she's like sitting there, like, fucking hitting on me. And her whole man, it's his birthday, he's staring at me. Fucking. She's fucking wondering what's going on. Fucking, yeah, this one left right away as soon as she seen I was there. She's fucking knew I was pipping. And she brought her boyfriend and shit, and fuck yeah, it was crazy. But this chick, man, fucking, I want to fuck her. This one,
they're all looking all pretty decent.
I never seen that one after I seen her the first time, but I always see her. That's the girl that lives in that red house on the fucking, up on the hill there, the White House. Yeah. And that's one of her best friends. That's one of her best friends. And that's the one that's telling me about the baking club. It's like, my friends want to meet you. They're right over there. They're just scared of me, like, you look like this movie star, like that movie star, and I'm just like, I'm trying to fucking talk to him and shit, and all of a sudden I was starting to get too drunk, and I'm like, I gotta get the fuck out before I mess this up for myself. So whether I messed it up for myself by leaving or not, I just didn't want to do it wrong.
Yeah. That's funny though.
That's crazy though. Check it out, I'll show you one before the race. Here they are before the race. Yeah, look at it. That's funny, right? This is my dead homie right here. Fucking picture they caught him and they never caught him for it. That's him though. And they never caught him. He had a gun in fucking in Walmart. Anyways, I'll show you a picture of those chicks before the race. That was after the race. Yeah, that's before the race. Yeah, that's the one I want, man, right there.
Yeah. That was looking nice and thick.
That's the one that was trying to get me fucking to go try to do blow there. She's super cool too. I was trying to tell her about like, yeah, she's fun.
Look at the leg on that though.
Yeah, I was trying to tell her the fucking about the.
No, that's a booty right there.
I was trying to tell her about the fucking about the no strings attached kind of relationships and shit. She's like, I really like this conversation. She's trying to fucking like across the table. I'm like, I can't just sit and spin out so high on him. Just kept talking and talking. I can talk when I'm on that shit. I can talk to chicks. Yeah. And they're just like drooling. What am I saying right here? Yeah, fucking crazy. Yeah. Bitches. What are you gonna do? Nothing. And the picture of these two chicks came on the phone. It's weird. I think the one on the left is the one that's fucking. I think that's the one that's fucking right there.
Oh, that one looks familiar actually.
Look at it, I'll show you. I think that's the one that's fucking her. That's the guy that's fucking her, because that's the phone he's holding taking the picture, and that's the chick.
Oh, I remember this. I remember that.
I showed you that.
That's right, yeah, when you, that's hilarious.
Yeah, pawn shop shit, right?
Yeah. That's funny, man.
I can swear I seen that guy one day. at the burger store there by the pawn shop. Whatever that is, their Burger Baron. How it starts it again every time.
Yeah. You can loop all. Yeah, you can loop beats and all kinds of shit on this shit.
Hey, it's 420. What do?
Did natives play bingo? Yeah. With the double, yeah, play. You can do a few different things with that. You can sample beats and loop them and swoop them. Yeah. You can make beats with it. I just yeah, I fuck with it a little bit. I had it for a while, but I was yeah, looking for fucking going through finding places for long enough problems. They don't really give a fuck about a motherfucking college degree. To get to the motel and straight wrong. You must be crazy. Smoking that. Yeah. Shit, yeah. 420, 2020. You guys getting acquainted with Samson Simpson?
Mr. Nice Guy?
Mr. Nice Guy? Samson! Samson! I need to say Samson.
I think that looks like Kyle. What do you think? He's old?
Mr. Nice Guy.
When he's old, that's what looks like Kyle.
Yeah, for real. This shit's funny.
I like Chevy, so. Pretty sad, eh?
Yeah. That's
like Buster, eh? When he was a puppy, I bet you.
Yeah, he's a big. Oh, really? Eh? Crazy.
That was not him. That's not him, though. This is Buster right here.
Yeah, he was a big dog.
Yeah, he was a bastard. He's like, man, my kids are scared of dogs. Just so you know, I'm like, chill, man. Didn't want you to worry about that. Look at this, eh?
Oh yeah, shit. That's funny.
He'd probably run.
It looks like it though. It's pretty good. I was like, oh damn.
Yeah, that's a good one, eh?
For real. That could work.
Yeah, it's funny. Fucking hilarious.
I fucking didn't even realize it till I read it. It's trippy. Let's go, so 15 years ago. How's your guys' week been so far?
Another one of my fucking dead homies, man. It was right by my house, man. It was down in the fucking yacht club in West Bank. I hate that shit, man. It's so sad.
Yeah.
Probably another heroin guy. I don't miss that. I don't miss that very much. Still pretty nice.
Yeah. No, your house is trippy, man. It's all
That was
good.
the old place.
Yeah.
It's my buddy's place. The old lady's cat.
Lots of memories in that place.
The old lady's cat collection. That's a nice head. It's like one of like 1339 of 1500. So I guess one of 1500. Made in the year 2000. Like all.
Yeah, I got a buck fucking tiger and shit like that up
Nice.
there. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's from Japan, straight from Japan.
This one's fun. Son of a bitch, mums.
The Itchy and Scratchy Show.
Oh, I had to record that one. Fuck, that was funny when I was eating that the first one. I was like, man, that's hilarious. There's Jamie's car I bought for him. Picture of the dog as we're moving out. There we go. There's the dog at the new house. You're like, man, you got a golf green? When I texted that picture. You got a golf
Yeah,
green?
that's right. Yeah, you got some nice shit up in there.
I can't wait to move. I can't wait to move. You should see the house we're moving to on the lake, man. Pretty sure. I'm gonna offer them $3,000 for it, man. They've been had for $3,600 for fucking months. Yeah, I can't wait to move, man.
We're down by Green Bay.
Right by that fucking yacht club in West Bank. Right,
fuck.
There's my buddy that does the. He had the same beard.
I met that guy.
Yeah, it's Kyle's buddy. Funny fucking beard, eh? Big smile of my lasagna.
Yeah. That's what it is. Nice.
Okay. What the hell?
You.
You can't find that shit.
No. Fuck, man, I don't even,
You drank all the drinks.
fucking somewhere around here. Fucking hell, man.
I'll get out of your hair. Let you fucking play.
Ah, shit. Fuck.
You sure didn't hide it in the garbage can?
No.
You never do that, right? No. In the fucking bags down there with the fucking...
I'm not really worried about it really right
What
now,
happens if someone
man.
calls you for it?
We won't talk about that.
I'm not gonna forget the CD this time, that's for sure. I want to hear that shit.
Yeah, I know it's good. Sure. Yeah, man, I don't know where
Where a ninja hid that shit?
yeah, the ninja hit that shit.
Well, I'll get you a real phone. I guess that is a good phone of mine. I thought it was nothing. I gave it to my dad once already. Hope it didn't have all that shit on there.
Peculiar.
It's your Wi-Fi code right there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Good to have
Everything's
that
already have it on everything I got.
shit. You may not, right?
It's all easy.
Shit, I gotta roll before I go.
She's like, oh, we're going?
We are going.
She's like, oh, we're going?
Actually, I can roll at the beer store. The drive-through beer store.
Oh, shit. I know, you just pull over on the side of the road.
Well, at the drive-through beer store, I pull and get beers and then roll.
You roll
On my
anywhere.
way.
Just pull over.
Get right on the side of the highway. Ah, sorry.
I don't know how you do it.
I mean, just do
Oh,
it.
man, yeah, man.
Don't think about it.
No. That's how you do
Start
it.
thinking about it. You end up running into problems.
Right.
Fucking, the system picks on it. It calls the cops on you by itself. Everybody's got Wi-Fi. We just don't know how to use it, they say.
I don't want to say too much because I don't want to jinx you, but you do it good.
I'm telling you, man. Fucking, they say it, everybody's got Wi-Fi. ESP and be able to talk to each other, fuck what that would happen to be here.
Well, we got that.
We just don't know how to use it, they said. We only use 10% of our brains, bro.
Yeah, no, I know. They,
Even less sometimes.
after I did DMT, I know.
You did some of that shit already?
Well, I tried and I didn't do it properly, but enough to know. Enough to know.
Well, fucking hook that amp up, man.
I will. He's like, yeah, right.
I feel like I'm forgetting something.
You want to eat the rest of it?
That's yours, man.
All right, man.
You can't find yours, so you're fucked.
Oh, I'm good.
Yeah, right. Find that shit, man.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I couldn't even start to help you, I don't think.
It's all good.
That's not. You put both those in the same place? Probably hit with your weed. I left you a paper.
All
Two
right.
there.
I thank you, man.
Oh yeah, the bone. That's what I'm forgetting, right, Stick? I knew I was forgetting something.
All right. Adios, amigo. Have a great day.
I'm gonna call you later, see if you found that, eh?
All right. You. Shit. Okay.
in the morning, they moved in. The Ontario Provincial Police had given protesters a midnight deadline to leave the blockade.
Fucking news. Look at these fuckers.
Some resisted. Police made multiple arrests and cleared away vehicles from the barricades. In response, protesters set fires. The rail blockade on Mohawk territory went up nearly 3 weeks ago. It shut down passenger rail service across the country and freight traffic in eastern Canada, causing layoffs and shortages of some goods. As the police moved in, the Prime Minister met with his incident response group, then phoned opposition leaders to give updates. The Conservative leader blamed what he called Trudeau's weak leadership for the lengthy protests.
I believe that it shouldn't take 19 days, shortages for propane, 1,500 people losing their job, countless of small businesses
You're taking
losing
advantage
out,
of the
laying people off,
situation, you little
cutting back
weasel.
hours to have the law applied in this country.
The government said the OPP made the decision to enforce the court injunction against the barricades.
After reconciliation, we needed a peaceful resolution, and we're continuing to work towards it.
They promised to keep talking.
We are committed to sitting down, having a dialogue over the specific problem that exists at the moment with the
All these
wet.
politicians are
New
just
rolling
taking advantage
blockades
of all these
popped up on a highway
situations.
near Montreal.
They shouldn't even have anything to do with it.
What happened in Codmaniakz this
think.
morning? And there were
Because if they
demonstrations
did
in support in Ottawa.
Because if they were going to do anything about it, they would have done it a long fucking time ago.
Of reconciliation.
This is not done by a long shot, and this can only be resolved if there is actual, commitment by the federal government, I believe, to move on the long-standing issues that face them.
By mid-afternoon, the process of dismantling the blockade was underway. Vehicles were towed, other items removed, and CN rail crews moved in to inspect the tracks. A priority, of course, to make sure they're safe to get the trains running again. Todd Battis, CTV News, Tyendinaga, Mohawk Territory, Ontario.
The Ganawake Mohawks released a statement about all of this, saying that the council wishes to express its outrage and disgust regarding the actions taken this morning on Tyendinaga Mohawk territory. Today's events took place, they say, despite an imminent solution that the Wet'suwet'en hereditary chiefs were working on with the federal and provincial governments. The Indigenous group went on to say they feel strongly that today's police actions would not have taken place had the Prime Minister not made inflammatory statements on Friday. All right, let's go to a spokesperson, Molly Wickham of the Gidimt'en First Nation, which is part of the 5 clans of the Wet'suwet'en Nation. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you.
What was your take on this Belleville blockade coming down?
I think that if you look at the issue that's at hand, this is a bigger issue about Indigenous rights, Indigenous sovereignty, and the fact that armed policemen went in and removed Indigenous people from their own territory once again speaks to the fact that this issue is not going away any soon, and that the governments clearly haven't learned how to deal with this issue by sending in more force.
Okay, so let me ask you about the rails being blocked. And I know these people, the protesters, weren't actually on the tracks, but they were close enough to pose a safety hazard, which is why CN Felton had to shut down that part of the railway. They've been there for almost 3 weeks, and you know the position, the other side was things can't get to where they need to be, and some of those things like water treatment chemicals needed to get out to communities. How do you respond to that logic from the other side?
Well, for one, these aren't protesters. These are Mohawk people. These are the people of Tyendinaga and their supporters that are, have the right to do what they want on their own territories. And the fact that, that stuff has been shut down, that people aren't getting their needs met, is an indicator that the governments need to address the actual issue. They can't continue to use force on unarmed, peaceful people.
Okay, do you feel that they used force today? Because what we've heard is that they went in and the people who were ready to leave quietly were taken into custody and led away, and that they had to use force. This is what we're hearing from the other side, or people who have weighed in on this, that they had to use force to those who wanted to fight with them.
I don't think it's an issue of people wanting to fight with them. It's an issue of people standing up on their own lands, and a foreign state and a foreign armed forces comes in and physically and violently removes them from their own territory. You know, we have to look at the bigger issue of this. This is not just some protesters standing on the side of a road or on the side of a railway. These are people that have a long-standing history and a right to their territory, and the state is invading Indigenous people all over this country.
So let me ask you about dealing with the issues, because of course, Molly, people will say the issues are complicated. They need to be discussed in a long period of time. The people need to sit down and have these meetings over a longer period of time to deal with them, and that a blockade, which is going to affect other Canadians negatively, is not the way to clear up those matters. How do you counter that, if you do?
I agree. I think that it is going to take a long time. It's not an easy fix, but the demands that the Wet'suwet'en put out in order to sit down and have those conversations, they're not big asks. The asks are that the company, CGL, Coastal GasLink, temporarily halt their construction, which they aren't scheduled to do any construction in our territory until spring anyways, and that the RCMP vacate harassing and targeting and illegally arresting our people and our supporters, our guests on our territory. Those are not huge things to ask in this so-called free country.
Okay, but so the RCMP did move back, and they shut down their mobile site, and they're only doing patrols. You don't see that as enough outreach on behalf of the Wet'suwet'en people?
Absolutely not. They haven't removed any of their infrastructure. They have moved their people to Houston, which is about 30 minutes away, but because of that, they've increased their patrols, and they've increased their targeting and harassment and illegally arresting and detaining people on our territory.
When has that happened?
That's been happening every single day since they announced that they were removing people from the CISO office. We keep detailed logs of all of the RCMP activity, and we know exactly how many patrols people are doing a day, and we have video evidence of people being pulled over, harassed and targeted, and then just the other day, somebody was illegally arrested and another person was illegally detained.
So it sounds like me, as you mentioned, the construction's not really supposed to start till the spring, so in essence that part has been taken care of, or that has been met, that condition. All you're asking now, or all the Wet'suwet'en people in general are asking for the hereditary chiefs, is that RCMP stop patrols?
No, that condition from CGL has not been met because they continue with their private security, Domcor and Forsyth, which is an ex-RCMP.
But you've asked for construction to stop, and construction hasn't started yet.
We've asked for CGL to stop any activity on our territory, and that includes their personally hired, their private security companies being on our territory.
Got it. So the private security company and the RCMP would have to pull back entirely, not even do patrols, and you're saying those would be the last conditions to be met here?
That's right.
Got it. Okay, Molly, I appreciate you clearing it up and providing us some insight into this. Thank you so much for joining us on the program.
Thank you.
Well, Alberta's Premier Jason Kenney celebrating after the Alberta Court of Appeal ruled that Ottawa's carbon tax is unconstitutional. The court's judges called the federal carbon tax a constitutional Trojan horse, saying it would allow the federal government to impose almost any law it wished on Canadians. Now, the Premier explained why his government opposes it.
We disagree with Ottawa that a one-size-fits-all consumer tax that punishes families for heating their homes or driving to work is the best way to reduce emissions. We categorically reject that.
The decision will now be put before the Supreme Court as it hears a similar appeal in Saskatchewan. A stunning move regarding a proposed oil sands mining project in northern Alberta. Teck Resources pulling an application just days before Ottawa was expected to rule on its approval. The company blames the political discourse over climate change. It had the support of Indigenous groups and was promising up to 7,000 construction jobs and 2,500 full-time positions, but it would have produced 4 million tons of greenhouse gas emissions over 40 years. The Environment Minister says provinces need to cooperate on climate change.
The decision that was taken was a decision that was taken by Tech for its reasons. But I will say that in the letter that Mr. Lindsay, the CEO of Tech Resources, sent to me, what he said is governments need to be on board in terms of addressing the climate issue and doing so in a manner that promotes clean growth in the energy sector. We agree. And we say we are taking strong action on climate change. We need to be working to collaborate with all of the provinces and territories. We need to be all on the same page, not fighting with each other over the price on pollution and those kinds of things. We need to be working together.
Tech Resources says Canada does not have a framework that balances resource development with climate action. A 7th case of COVID-19 has been diagnosed in British Columbia. The provincial health officer says a man in his 40s, who was a close contact of the 6th case in BC, has been diagnosed. Now, the 6th case was a woman in her 30s whose diagnosis was confirmed last week after she returned from Iran. The man actually had symptoms before the woman even got diagnosed. Officials working to identify anyone he came into contact with before going into isolation. The Dow Jones plummeted over 1,000 points today as fears of COVID-19 spread.
Virus, man.
Today, the Dow's worst single-day point drop in 2 years as coronavirus cases surged in both Iran, Italy, and South Korea. The decline comes as European and Asian markets see steep drops with COVID-19 threatened corporate profits and economic growth. A growing number of companies are blaming the coronavirus for their inability to meet sales or profit margins for the first quarter of the year.
Hey Mo, are you
Weinstein is now a convicted rapist. The former Hollywood mogul found guilty of 2 counts of the 5 that he faced in New York. More in a moment.
You're watching CTV News Channel.
Any of that stuff that you work online, is it affecting you?
Help relieve nasal cold symptoms with HydroSense. Its naturally sourced seawater is clinically proven to relieve nasal congestion, and you can use it alongside your other cold medications. HydroSense. Breathe better with our Science at the Sea.
Think CPAs are stuck in the past? Think again. We provoke change, bring human judgment to AI, and plant the seeds for new opportunities. This is the face of integrity, of big data, of leadership. This is the new face of CPA.
I remember it like it was yesterday. Fished in the briny deep. The storm was brewing, and suddenly I landed a shark 2 fathoms long, piercing me off with a terrible cough. Then, out of the blue, the shark spits out my long-lost brothers, Jimmy, Tommy, Danny, and Little Mick. Turns out it was they who had the cough. So I gave them a fisherman's grin, and Poseidon as my witness. That stuff hits you like a trident to the throat.
The first step is understanding your goals. Do you want the dream home? Maybe a place to unwind? Do you want to start a business? A family? Or maybe you want to travel? Good questions.
Start your financial plan today. Ask how to get up to $1,000 in value with CIBC Smart Investment Solutions.
There are no bad dogs, only bored dogs. Let's end doggy boredom with new long-lasting Milkbone Wonder Bones.
A dog's big life is measured in wags. Fuel the wag with Nature's Recipe, made with the best of nature's ingredients. Our recipes use chicken or lamb as the first ingredient, and they're grain-free. Nature's Recipe. Fuel the wag.
Harvey Weinstein's high-stakes trial has come to an end. He was found guilty of rape and sexual assault in what many say marked a new era for sexual assault survivors. ABC's Trevor Ault has that.
Hollywood producer turned pariah Harvey Weinstein is headed to prison as a convicted rapist. A New York jury finding him guilty on 2 felony charges Monday, determining he sexually assaulted a production assistant in 2006 and raped a woman in a Manhattan hotel room 7 years later.
Weinstein, with his manipulation, his resources, his attorneys, his publicists, and his spies, did everything he could to silence the survivors. But they refused to be silent.
Manhattan District Attorney Cy Vance saying the 8 women who testified against Weinstein have changed the course of history in the fight against sexual violence.
Women have the right to say no.
A no is a no, regardless of the circumstances. And I told Harvey no.
The jury did acquit Weinstein of a first-degree rape charge and 2 counts of predatory sexual assault, but he's still facing 5 to 25 years in prison.
Justice has been a long time coming, but it's finally here, and it's not the end.
Weinstein has insisted any sexual relations have been consensual. He's still facing rape and sexual assault charges stemming from different alleged incidents in Los Angeles. The allegations against him sparked the Me Too movement, and now more than 80 women have accused him of sexual assault or harassment in some capacity.
The Me Too movement has educated us all about how pervasive this kind of behavior is,
old too, man.
and
I
how
can only imagine how
unacceptable
long
it
he's
is.
been doing that
and
for.
today, the jury put an exclamation point on that.
Weinstein was remanded to jail without bail. He now awaits his sentencing on March 11th, and his defense team has said they will appeal the verdict. Trevor Ault, ABC News.
What up, man?
Democratic presidential
Yeah, you took
candidate
too
Michael
much.
Bloomberg became a victim of
What's up,
vandalism
Texas?
in Chicago. The words racist, sexist, and GOP oligarch were spray painted in red across his campaign office. Chicago police say they are investigating, but no arrests have yet been made. Now, according to Bloomberg's team, their offices have been vandalized 5 times across the country. Bernie Sanders, now the clear Democratic frontrunner after a strong performance at the Nevada caucuses.
My 8-ball today said that Bloomberg's going to win.
Tomorrow, and then the primary 5 days away. ABC's Alex Presche reports.
Everybody's worried about him.
Bernie Sanders embracing the role of Democratic frontrunner.
There is a large voter turnout. If working people, if young people come out to vote, we think that not only can we win next Tuesday the Democratic primary here, but I am absolutely confident we can beat Donald Trump.
Sanders winning 47% of the vote in the Nevada caucuses. His dominating performance has made him the focal point of attacks from the rest of the Democratic field. Former New York City Mayor Michael Bloomberg launching a new digital ad linking Sanders and the NRA.
The views on gun control in rural states are different.
Sanders' Nevada victory was fueled by young and Latino Democrats, but a key demo in South Carolina is black voters. Over the weekend, the state's Democratic kingmaker, Congressman Jim Clyburn, voiced concerns about the senator touting himself as a Democratic socialist.
This is South Carolina, and South Carolinians are pretty leery about that title, socialist.
Mayor Pete Buttigieg in South Carolina
probably
with striking McDonald's workers.
We'll see. It's
Though
interesting.
Biden has consistently led the polls here. He expects that to continue through the week.
Do you think Bernie Sanders is the frontrunner in this race right now?
I'm not going to get. Look, you all can. The answer is I'm going to do well.
Sanders also drew criticism for supporting some socialist policies of Cuba's Fidel Castro in a 60 Minutes interview, something many believe could haunt him, especially in Florida, come Super Tuesday. Alex Presche, ABC News, Washington.
NASA is mourning Katherine Johnson, a pioneering mathematician whose precise calculations helped send Americans into space. She died this morning at the age of 101. Now, back in 1961, Johnson calculated the rocket trajectory for Alan Shepard's Freedom 7 mission, the first to carry an American into space. Johnson, one of 3 African-American female aerospace workers whose stories were told in the 2016 film Hidden Figures. Coming up, Los Angeles says goodbye to Kobe Bryant and his daughter, Gianna. A public memorial takes place at the arena where Bryant made his mark as a basketball superstar. Back in a moment.
You're watching CTV News Channel.
You want to give her everything you can, but it's hard to know where to start.
Let me break it down for you. What we're going to see is a front move onshore. So tomorrow morning, we'll start to see the showers develop through the morning hours. Likely your commute to work will be dry, but through the morning hours, we'll see the rainfall push in. Across Vancouver Island, though, you'll certainly see it earlier, so likely affecting your commute. And then we'll see the rainfall through the afternoon hours. It does ease off by the time we head towards Wednesday, although there is some lingering cloud cover and maybe a slight chance of a sprinkle or two. But then another wave moves onshore. But these waves are
going to be fairly benign, and they'll bring in a little bit of rain, but it won't last long, and it won't be a ton. So that's what we're.
You guys got anything you guys want to ask the 8 Ball before it hits 5 o'clock?
We are expecting the rainfall for coastal regions, Terrace, Bella Coola, Smithers, starting off as snowfall, and then changing over to rainfall. But it will change over quite quickly, so you may see a couple of centimeters of snow, but that would be about it. And then in through the south, mainly dry. Some clouds for you tomorrow, but that's about it. Except for the Columbia region, you will see a few showers or flurries in your region. And again, that system moving in from the northwest, so pushing into these areas.
And you know this, man?
Metro Vancouver, southern Vancouver Island, will start to see it develop through the morning hours. A few key areas, though, that I want to point out. Port Alberni could see a little bit of wet snow. Same for Squamish. So anywhere north of Squamish, expect some snowfall on the highway as we head through the day tomorrow. So
what's going on, man? What's going on, though? How you doing?
Thursday, but light amounts. Friday a bit drier, and then a little bit more rain as we head into our
Saturday. Good, Texas.
Also. Thanks so much, Christy.
BC1, your province's 24-hour news.
What's going on, everybody?
Have you been in an accident or need glass replacement? We've got you covered with our on-site all-makes collision center. We're an ICBC accredited valet shop and glass express facility. We're always taking appointments, so let's get you back on the road.
It's clear to me who's committed this murder.
What did he say?
The murderer is.
What did he say?
I said you should visit nextgenhearing.com.
As we age, it's natural to experience some hearing loss, especially in the higher frequencies. The hearing professionals at NextGen Hearing have the knowledge and the most discreet products to help. Visit NextGen Hearing for your free hearing test, fully refundable 90-day trial with no money down for the first 21 days. And take the mystery out of hearing well.
Have you heard about direct lending?
What up, Snowball?
It's more flexible than bank lending without the bank. With tougher regulations after the financial crisis,
what are you up to?
traditional banks have cut back on lending to homeowners. With a home equity loan from Capital Direct, the money that you could use is a simple phone call away. Whether it's home renovation,
you guys got 7 minutes
or you just want to pay down taxes,
to ask the 8 Ball.
Can help. Go direct. Call Capital Direct today at 1-800-NEW-CAPITAL to see what's available for you. Capital Direct.
We'll see what it says. You gotta type it in now.
Life can get busy, and finding time to get everything done can be a challenge. At PharmaSafe, we're here to help with our mobile prescription service. Order new prescriptions and refills right from your phone, so your prescriptions are ready when you are. Make life a little easier. Download the PharmaSafe app today. PharmaSafe, proud to be Canada's community pharmacy for over 35 years.
Live well with PharmaSafe.
It's official. Sunwing has gone mad and slashed prices on vacations. Save up to 40% on vacations at top-rated resorts during Sunwing's March Madness sale. Book by February 28th at...
It's hooked up, man. A lot of people, man, don't want me to be doing this.
A single mother of two who battled drug addiction, which led to an increasingly high-risk lifestyle, is murdered. Crime Stoppers needs your help to find the person who killed Shanna Labatt. The 31-year-old lived in the Kamloops area. Her body was discovered on March 23, 2004, near a trail in the Mission Flats Park. Someone walking just west of the Weyerhaeuser effluent ponds made the discovery. This is one of the last known locations of Labatt, shown on surveillance cameras at the Kamloops 7-Eleven on Seymour Street the night before her body was found. Friends say she was employed part-time as a cleaner at this hotel, but also had a more dangerous job as a sex trade.
Yo.
The reason she did the hooking, she only did Thursday, Saturday, or Sunday, and she worked the rest of the time cleaning rooms, is because she had a bit of a drug habit.
She had led a pretty normal life up till 6 years ago. Finally got involved in drugs. Her life has fallen off since then, and she's had a pretty tough go of it.
Shanna Labatt's family miss her terribly.
Investigators
believe there are people who have information about this murder.
Into drugs for way longer than you guys say.
If you can help solve this case, call police. Or if you wish to remain anonymous, visit bccrimestoppers.com or call.
Yeah, he dipped out.
222.
He had to go home. He's got busy.
The spotlight for the Zamboni driver who's
he's always busy.
NHL star just keeps getting bigger. Today, David Ayres was whisked to New York City to talk about his on-ice heroics Saturday night against the Maple Leafs. Tom Hayes reports.
Put it on net, and Ayres made the save.
It's the dream come true that just keeps on giving.
I can't believe this guy's fucking
breakout star
had
David
that shit.
Ayres right there.
Whitby Beer League goalie turned NHLer David Ayres went from a local story to the big time when NBC's Today Show flew him to New York to relive the glory that he first thought was a joke.
Actually, I did think it was a prank. When the guy first came in the room, he said, get your stuff on. We're going out on the ice. And I said, are you serious?
Yeah, that's crazy, man. This guy is
A
fucking...
Zamboni driver for the Toronto Marlies was the emergency backup goalie about to make his NHL debut.
Only imagine
It's
what
fucking crazy, man. I've never even heard anything like that before. This guy just gets a random chance of the fucking...
His kids watched, a country watched, as David Ayres, at 42 years old, became the oldest goalie to ever win his debut game in the NHL. It's a buzz that's still being talked about in arenas by those who have also dreamed.
A dream come true, of course, and a little scary, of course.
It was, once in a lifetime chance.
That chance was ultimately possible thanks to Ayres' mom, who donated her kidney to her son when he was 27 and needed a transplant. A touching story and a touching moment.
You know, it's all about him. It's not all about me, and that's what matters.
Done good, Mary.
Oh, thank you, Mary.
For Ayres, his NHL career is over, but he's still living the dream, and so are other beer leaguers, now that they know what it takes to make it.
Do you drive a Zamboni?
No, I don't drive a Zamboni.
Maybe you need to learn.
Tom Hayes, Global News.
That's funny. Did you hear about that, Mo? That guy fucking... Oh, man, that's crazy. Just wins the game?
People are dying. Break the law. I don't care. Turn this epidemic around.
Oh, you got a snowstorm there? Crazy.
All new Tuesday on Global.
I can't believe you guys are still getting snow, man. We just snowed here a couple days ago, or yesterday.
Why did I choose Vylita? Because home should feel special.
That's why they use the Vylita Scrunch. It removes the toughest dirt and rinses clean, like new. The Vylita Scrunch. Vylita, it feels great to feel at home.
Do you know a great education professional in BC? The Premier's Awards for Excellence in Education is open for nominations to recognize and honor BC teachers, administration, and support staff. From leadership to sports, social equality, and diversity to outstanding support. Nominate your favorite education professional for the category in which they excel. Help us celebrate those who make a real difference in
Fucking
BC.
guy, eh? He just comes and gets me
Watch
drinks.
Global News Morning for contest details.
That's funny. Yeah, we had snow here yesterday. It's actually already gone today, though. It rained today.
Feel it? It's winter in Alberta. Experience it with Expedia.
This is a land of roads, both charted and uncharted. A winding map that leads you from coast to coast. Where roads are wet, muddy.
Yeah, I've been just fucking watching this fucking shit on the news there with all these blockades. And how the news is blowing it up, man. They're good at fucking asking
BC's
the questions that just fucking
into money laundering.
Christy Clark, Mike DeYoung, Rich Coleman.
just start shit,
Yeah, I think they
stirring the pot, shit like that.
Why BC's Attorney General says the Liberals must hand over key cabinet documents, clashing with police. The protests in Vancouver as several arrests end a rail blockade in Tyendinaga and COVID-19.
We have a new case.
BC now dealing with its 7th case of coronavirus.
You're watching Global BC. This
that coronavirus is fucked, man.
Good afternoon, thanks very much for joining us. We start with breaking news and another nightmare for thousands of Metro Vancouver commuters as another anti-pipeline blockade has shut down the West Coast Express. Now, protesters have blocked the CP rail line in Maple Ridge. Let's show you these live pictures from above Waterfront Station in downtown Vancouver. The 3:50 train was forced to turn around and the rest of this evening's trains have now been cancelled. We do have crews on the way and we will have live reports for you throughout the evening on the news hour at 6. In the meantime, I can tell you that several dozen protesters have also taken over the intersection of Hastings and Clark. That, of course, is an entry to the Port of Vancouver. That has brought traffic along that busy corridor to a standstill. Global's Jill Bennett is there for us right now. Jill, what's the latest?
Right now, Sonia, about 75 to 100 protesters have still blockaded the Clark and Hastings intersection. That's the entrance to the port. You can see behind me a couple of trucks. There's about 5 that were just leaving the port. They are stuck behind the blockade. As for how long they plan on being here, it's unclear. They got here several hours ago.
We are standing here strong with my sword coming Tyendinaga.
So that has been the scene for the last couple of hours. A lot of speeches, some music, as you can hear behind me right now, some drumming. Now, there is a Vancouver police presence here as well. Traffic is being diverted in all 4 directions around this intersection, people being told to avoid it. As for whether or not arrests will be made, because this protest is in violation of that injunction that was granted to the port, well, police say as it stands right now, the 2 other entrances and exits to the port are clear. So there is another way for trucks to come and go from the port. They're monitoring the situation. They wouldn't make public any plans they have to move in. As for if they do plan on moving in this evening, that's still unclear, but they will be here monitoring it for as long as this protest continues. Sonia?
All right, Jill, thank you very much for that. There was an area in Canada where arrests were made today. Let me tell you about police moving in to clear the rail blockade outside Belleville, Ontario. Police arrived at the blockade on Tyendinaga Mohawk territory just after 8 o'clock Eastern. A number of protesters were led away in handcuffs. They'd been given a deadline to clear the tracks by midnight last night or face possible charges. The blockade has shut down rail traffic along a main corridor for more than 2 weeks. In other news, the long-awaited inquiry into money laundering in BC is officially underway. The Cullen Commission will look into how billions of dollars of dirty money affected BC real estate, casinos, auto sales and much more. As Jennifer Palmer now reports, BC's Attorney General says the former Liberal government must release its cabinet documents for the Commission to be able to do its work.
The BC money laundering inquiry is underway. The Cullen Commission will be looking into how the dirty money was funneled into BC. Several stakeholders will be making their opening statements this week, and so far we've heard from the federal and provincial governments today. The Cullen Commission of Inquiry is being led by BC Supreme Court Justice Austin Cullen, and will look into how potentially billions of dollars of dirty money was funneled into BC through gambling, real estate, and luxury cars. The inquiry will also try to answer if anyone within government could have stopped it. This morning, we heard from the province and federal governments and their concerns over what this, quote, threat has done to the economy and residents. The Attorney General, David Eby, also made comments as the hearing got underway, saying the Commission must be ruthless and the Liberals should hand over any information they have.
Until recent comments on the radio by MLA Wilkinson, I had no reason to believe MLA DeYoung and MLA Wilkinson were attempting to use this review of cabinet documents in relation to the Commission of Inquiry. My expectation, and I think the expectation of all British Columbians, would be that the BC Liberals would instruct the public service to disclose, without qualification, without censorship, the entire package of relevant cabinet records about money laundering directly to the Commission of Inquiry about money laundering.
Money laundering has distorted BC's economy, fueled the overdose crisis, and driven up housing prices. The past cannot be undone, but what government can do going forward is learn from the past and take proactive steps to make British Columbia the most difficult jurisdiction in which to launder money.
The commission is set to run until Wednesday, and a final report is expected in May of 2021. The commission can't convict, but it can give recommendations. Jennifer Palma, Global News.
Well, former Liberal Finance Minister Mike de Jong is firing back at Attorney General David Eby. De Jong saying that he's just following procedures when it comes to passing cabinet documents to the Commission. Procedures, he says, that are laid out by the Attorney General.
They are cabinet-level documents and, in some instances, supporting documents that the Commission deems relevant to the work that they're doing. And I want them to have the material that they believe is relevant to the work they're doing. I am mystified as to why the Attorney General, having been part of the government that established an independent public inquiry, thinks it's his role to decide what's relevant, thinks it's his role to decide who should be testifying. I actually have confidence in the Commission, and I'm happy to see them do their work.
BC is dealing with a new case of COVID-19 that makes it the 7th person in our province to be diagnosed with the virus. The latest case is a man in his 40s who was in close contact with BC's 6th confirmed case, who recently travelled from Iran. The man is also from the Fraser Health region and is in a stable condition. Provincial Health Officer Dr. Bonnie Henry says all people in close contact with the man have been identified and are self-isolated.
We have heard over the weekend of the dramatic increase in numbers of cases in a number of countries, particularly in Italy and in Iran. And as we talked about last week, our case was a sentinel case, or an indicator that something was going on in Iran, and that certainly has been borne out. And it's very concerning that we're seeing quite a lot more cases arising in many countries around the world. We've seen a dramatic increase in numbers of cases in South Korea as well.
Dr. Henry says BC's first case has recovered. Cases 2, 3 and 4 are doing well in recovery, and the 5th case, a person in the interior, is now symptom-free. Well, the COVID-19 outbreak and the anti-pipeline blockades are causing some serious problems for the economy in BC. Our Keith Baldry is looking into that for us. Keith.
Yeah, the coronavirus is playing havoc with the shipping industry around the world as vessels simply aren't leaving China. And the blockades in Canada, rail lines slowing down rail traffic, means there's nothing for container ships and freighters to pick up at ports like Vancouver. So you see the extraordinary situation, all sorts of vessels out in English Bay. But not only that, if you take a float plane or a ferry, you come across a whole bunch of vessels in the Gulf Islands and along Vancouver Island. It's an unprecedented situation. All the spots for Port of Vancouver are now filled with tankers anchored, waiting to get in to pick up stuff. Here's a list, a rundown of what I'm talking about. First of all, in Nanaimo, there are 4 container ships as of this morning. In English Bay, 15, the most. Valdez Island, right off Nanaimo, 8 ships there. Ladysmith has 8, never seen that before. Salt Spring and Pender have 5 between them. Cowichan Bay has 6. Total of 46 vessels waiting to get in to Vancouver Port to either unload or load up with materials. We caught up with Robert Louis Manning of the Chamber of Shipping. He says it's an unprecedented situation, and it's not going to end anytime soon.
The effects are right across the economy, and they're significant. And I think that's why we've seen a change in the approach to move some of these blockades quickly. I think we'll see some commodities like containerized cargo probably recover relatively quickly. And when I say relatively quickly, 2 to 3 weeks. On bulk commodities, it'll probably take longer. We are probably weeks and months away from being able to clear the backlog of ships you see at anchor.
And that means, son, you're going to see those vessels as we get into the summer months, not only in English Bay, but around Vancouver Island and the Gulf Islands as well. You don't expect visiting the Gulf Islands to see freighters and cargo ships moored in harbors close to shore, but we're in a whole new world.
Not looking good at all right now. Keith, thanks very much for that. Keith Baldry from Victoria. New figures on the number of illicit drug deaths in BC show us that they are finally dropping, but health officials warn that there is still a long way to go. The Coroner's Service says nearly 1,000 people in BC died from an illicit drug overdose in 2019. That is almost 3 deaths a day, but that's 36% lower than in 2018. Still, the number is virtually identical to how many died in 2016. That was the year that this was declared a provincial health emergency.
The 981 lives lost include 747 men and 234 women. Their ages ranged from 13 to 76 years of age. The majority of those who died were men in their 30s, 40s, and 50s.
Well, still ahead, Harvey Weinstein is sent to jail. This is the age of empowerment of women. The disgraced movie mogul convicted for rape and sexual assault. Plus,
I won't be able to tell her how gorgeous she looks on her wedding day.
Emotional tribute from Kobe Bryant's wife at a memorial attended by thousands. Stay with us.
Protesters again blocking a major intersection in Vancouver. This is Hastings and Clark Drive, blocked in all 4 directions. If you're just leaving now, head over to First Avenue or Powell as alternate routes, also blocking traffic from the port. With Kermac Collision Instant Access, just drop in even on Saturdays. No appointments, no delays. Through Kermac Cares for Kids, when you choose Kermac,
Yeah,
you
man,
choose
it
to
is.
support BC
It's
Children's
fucking,
Hospital. I'm Trish Jewison in
and they don't even really know how long it sticks around. It's like a dormant fucking virus.
Wednesday on Survivor.
And it can be passed. They, in one of the cruise ships that they had, a whole bunch of people quarantined on, they think that it's going through all the fucking vental systems. Because there's like a whole bunch of people that are getting it. It's crazy.
When we put others first, kindness can take us to new heights. Lift each other up. Pink Shirt Day, February 26th.
Not even our competitor's best battery can match the power of Energizer, because Energizer Ultimate Lithium is the longest-lasting AA battery in the world. Energizer, backed by science, matched by no one.
Do you know a great education professional in BC?
I fucking had a shittiest sleep last night, man.
Excellence in Education is open for nominations to recognize and honor BC teachers, administration, and support staff. From leadership to sports, social equality, and diversity to outstanding support. Nominate your favorite education professional for the category in which they excel. Help us celebrate those who make a real difference in BC schools. Watch Global News Morning for contest details.
Come on in, we've got ponies, we've got unicorns, spin and win, win a car, win a truck, we don't give a...
Tired of those dealerships? Come into Key West Ford. We listen. We just want to sell you a car and take care of you.
Hey, it's me, the King of Floors. You know what I hate? Little tiny samples, like the big box stores. Here at the King of Floors, you can take full samples home.
Swiss-made 12mm laminate, starting at $1.49 a square foot.
We got something for everyone.
This program is brought to you by Destination Asuyus. Romance is in bloom in Asuyus this spring. Visit destinationasuyus.com for details.
Welcome back. Well, celebrities packed the Staples Center in LA today for a memorial dedicated to basketball legend Kobe Bryant.
God knew they couldn't be on this earth without each other. He had to bring them home to have them together. Babe, you take care of our Gigi.
5 months old, but this guy...
Heartbreaking words from his wife Vanessa, who lost both her husband and 13-year-old daughter Gianna. 20,000 people attended the memorial, lots of celebrities and athletes in attendance as well. Bryant's helicopter crashed north of LA on January the 26th, killing everybody on board. The man who was once thought of as the most powerful producers in Hollywood is now a convicted sex offender and behind bars. A jury in New York has found Harvey Weinstein guilty on 2 of the 5 charges against him.
Film producer Harvey Weinstein showed no emotion as a New York jury delivered its verdict. Guilty of committing a criminal sexual act and 3rd-degree rape, and not guilty of the most serious charges, 2 counts of predatory sexual assault and 1st-degree rape. And despite the split decision, advocates are lauding the verdict as a win for sexual assault survivors.
Harvey Weinstein has finally been held accountable for crimes he committed.
During 3 weeks of testimony, the jury heard from more than 30 witnesses.
He held me down on the bed. I tried to get away.
The case centered on the allegations of production assistant Mimi Haley, who testified Weinstein forced oral sex on her in 2006, and actress Jessica Mann, who told the jury Weinstein raped her in a Manhattan hotel room in 2013. 4 other women also testified that Weinstein assaulted them, including Sopranos actress Annabella Sciorra. Attorney Gloria Allred represents 3 of the witnesses who testified.
It's no longer business as usual in the United States. This is the age of empowerment of women. And you cannot intimidate them anymore, because women will not be silenced.
Weinstein has maintained throughout that any sex was consensual, and the defense cast accusations against him as regret renamed as rape. They say the case is not yet over.
As sure as I'm a bold man, we will be appealing.
Defense attorney Arthur Adala said Weinstein shed no tears after his conviction, but kept saying, "But I'm innocent." The jury disagreed. Chris Pallone, NBC News, New York.
Ahead, the search mission for 2 scout
You know that
leaders who
motherfucker's
went
not
missing over the
innocent.
weekend ends in success. Plus,
Fucking so guilty, man.
the expensive lesson for a Vancouver driver who, let's just say, got a little too creative with his headlights. Stay with us.
And action. We got 8 weeks till we open the doors and people get off the airplanes. Jim fun yet?
Every single day is another day closer to opening.
This is happening.
Island of Brian. New episode Sunday at 10 on HGTV.
This program is brought to you by the Zoomer Show Expo for Better Living, March 7th and 8th at the Vancouver Convention Center.
Why did I choose Vileda? Because home should feel special.
That's why they use the Vileda Scrunch. It removes the toughest dirt and rinses clean, like new. The Vileda Scrunch. Vileda, it feels great to feel at home.
3:30 in the morning, I woke up and I was crying. I was bawling like a little baby, and I couldn't figure out what's going on, what's happening. My father went here. That's where my siblings and I, we lost our culture. You know, my father lost his culture. To recognize it and for people to understand that, I think it's a huge opportunity for everyone to move forward in a positive direction.
We as Native people have been kept on the outside looking in. This is an instance of where we are part of the group that's inside.
Here's a lot of opportunities that we weren't part of before. Now we finally have a seat at the table.
Whether you're a daily commuter or a new driver, a hockey mom or a soccer dad, ICBC needs to be accountable to you. That's why changes are coming to make ICBC better for British Columbians. For a start, you could save as much as 20% on your insurance. Plus, if you're injured in a crash, new coverage would offer millions more in care than today, helping you get back to daily life. We're working towards a more affordable and accountable ICBC for everyone.
Here's to the endless late-night hours you've spent learning the Running Man, just so you could break it out at the high school dance. Yeah, we respect that. You've always had hustle. Your banking can too.
Money Numbers is brought to you by Envision Financial. You've always had hustle. Your banking can too. Visit envisionfinancial.ca for free day-to-day banking plus free Interac e-transfer.
All right, check this out. This lopsided load was bad enough, but Vancouver police couldn't quite believe what else they found. Why the total fines against this driver of this truck hit almost $2,000. We'll show you why after the forecast with Christy. We were just talking during the break there that there's been snowfall, but not down here. But you want some.
Yes, and you were saying last year this time we had a stretch of snowfall where we had 6 days straight of snowfall. But yes, right now it is only in the mountains, which I know a lot of people are thankful for. Me, not so much. I would like to see one more blast of winter even lower down before we really change over to spring. But I know that's not the case for a lot of you. It was a tough go on the Coquihalla over the last 24 hours. It's looking a little bit better, but still some snowfall there, especially towards the summit. So if you're traveling the mountain passes, expect snow. We still have on and off snow expected through this evening and again tomorrow. It had me wondering, though, what is the snowpack like across the region? Overall in BC, on average, we're looking at about 108% the snowpack. We start to get concerned at about 120%.
Seems like winter's staying longer.
As we lead into the spring,
starting
wondering
later.
about flooding conditions. So it's this time of year that we start to track the snowpack a little bit. But at this point, things aren't looking too bad overall in BC. The lowest is in Vancouver Island at 78%, and the highest, though, is in the Okanagan region at 137%. So that may be a region that we'll be watching in the coming weeks. We still have 6 to 8 more weeks of snowfall, though, for the mountains. So we still have a lot more to track, and that could change significantly. Meanwhile, across the coast, we are going to see rainfall tomorrow. It's going to be light and develop through the late morning hours, so don't leave home without a rain jacket, even though it would be dry in the morning because you'll need it on your way home. Bulk of the rainfall across the north coast, lighter amounts for the south coast, and mostly dry in through the Okanagan Valley, although you'll see mainly cloudy skies, and we are expecting flurries in through the mountain passes. So light rain on and off tomorrow, a bit drier on Wednesday, more showers on Thursday, a bit of back and forth really this week, but certainly some bright patches in there.
Thank you very much, Christy. All right, a driver in Vancouver who tried to fix the broken lights on his vehicle has found out the hard way that it doesn't pay to get too creative. This pickup was pulled over for an unsecured load, and police then found jerry-rigged flashlights being used as headlights and taillights. The driver also had no insurance and had failed to comply with a previous inspection order. The multiple fines amounted to just under $2,000. The vehicle has been removed from the road as well. Police are now following up with ICBC to see if the driver can be kept off the road, as they say he has a long history of infractions. Well, a major search and rescue effort on the rugged west coast of Vancouver Island has been successful. 5 members of the 1st Sioux Scouts and 3 adult leaders were on a camping trip when they were trapped by last night's fierce storm. They've now been found safe and well. Brad McLeod has the latest.
An amazing result after a couple extremely stormy nights out here in the wilderness. A group of 8 people went camping on Friday night, and that ended up into a search and rescue mission for 2 of those adults. So there were 3 adults in total. They were scout leaders. There were 5 children ranging in ages from 11 to 14. So what happened was Friday night they went out camping. But Saturday night the weather turned drastically. Snow started falling. Winds started picking up, reaching 90 kilometers an hour. And that's when streams became raging rivers. That's what trapped the group. 2 of those adults, the scout leaders, left the children and 1 other adult behind to try and go and get help. But that's when they went missing and left those kids and the adult alone. Luckily, that group that stayed behind had a radio. They called for help. That's when the search and rescue mission started.
We are a long way up into the Sioux Hills, up well into the watershed, a long way up a long, windy, steep logging road, sort of in the middle of the forest.
Now, those 5 children and the remaining scout leader, they were found on Sunday. They had enough food. They were warm, but they could not get out. The search continued for those 2 adults well into Monday morning. Eventually, they were found, and one of them, a woman, had a knee injury, but they were taken out safe. Here's what they had to say.
It was heavy
snowing,
snow,
it was
rain,
sleet, like you name it. The worst case scenario that's what it was last night.
Now, this community needed a win. Earlier this month, 3 young men in their 20s were killed when the pickup truck they were driving was washed away during another extreme storm. Now, on Monday, the search and rescue crews spent most of the day trying to find a safe way for those children and that remaining leader to get out of the woods. Brad McLeod, Global News, Jordan River.
Coming up, how an Alberta carpenter who lost his vision gets his sight back, and the drug he says made it happen. Stay with us.
I'm Donna Friesen. Breaking news on Global National at 5:30. Alberta's Court of Appeal rules the federal carbon tax is unconstitutional. What it means for climate policy in this country. Plus, police finally dismantle a rail blockade in Ontario. The confrontations, the arrests, and the political fallout. All that next at 5:30.
Busy in both directions over here this afternoon at the Ironworkers Memorial Bridge, but extra busy for southbound traffic after clearing 2 earlier problems at mid-span. It's still slow from about Lynn Valley Road on the approach. MNP delivering the accounting, consulting, and tax insights you need to be successful wherever business takes you. Find out more at mnp.ca. I'm Trish Jewison in Global One, high above the Ironworkers Memorial Bridge.
As BC's Health Benefit Society, only Pacific Blue Cross covers kids of all families for free when you buy travel insurance, whether it's for one parent or 2. And every time you buy travel insurance from Pacific Blue Cross, you're helping Make-A-Wish dream trips come true. There's nothing like a family trip. And now, kids of all families are covered free with travel insurance from Pacific Blue Cross.
The Burnaby Blues and Roots Festival returns to Deer Lake Park. Friday, August 7th, featuring Steve Earle and the Dukes. And Saturday, August 8th, featuring Brandy Carlisle and more. Get tickets now at livenation.com.
Whether you're a daily commuter or a new driver, a hockey mom or a soccer dad, ICBC needs to be accountable to you. That's why changes are coming to make ICBC better for British Columbians. For a start, you could save as much as 20% on your insurance. Plus, if you're injured in a crash, new coverage would offer...
Appeal says, guess what? The carbon tax is not constitutional. Is all this an indictment of the federal government's natural resource development project and what needs to change? MPs are here to weigh in on a very busy day. Ara Farani is a Liberal MP and the Parliamentary Secretary of the Justice Minister. Catherine McLeod is the natural resource critic.
Perfect. And check this out. Snap on the guide to tame growth and perfectly shape your full beard. And keep new growth stubble trimmed exactly to your style. The Solo Full Body Groomer trims precisely the length of hair you want. Snap off the guide and remove unwanted hair anywhere in seconds. What makes Solo different than your ordinary razor? Dual-sided German stainless steel blade.
Weibo, where he had 9 million followers.
I wish you happiness, health, and inner magic to achieve more success in the upcoming year of the mouse. Love, Kobe.
Bryant said China was like his second home. He hosted basketball summer camps across the country long before he was an American champion. In 2008, he led the U.S. team to victory at the Beijing Olympics, cementing his name as a legend among Chinese basketball fans. A year later, he launched a charity to raise money for youth programs in China. Bryant was buried in a private funeral earlier this month. He was 41 years old. Roe Ruttenberg, CGTN.
And that is the world today. Thanks for watching. I'm Elaine Reyes. I'll be back in just a few minutes with China 24.
I like CGTN.
and its impact around the world.
We're in a phase of preparedness for a potential pandemic.
Global health officials urging countries around the world to get prepared and to learn from the examples China has set in its efforts to contain the COVID-19 virus. Plus, more businesses getting back to work. We'll take a look at how they're trying to overcome staffing shortages related to the outbreak. And labs across China and around the world joining forces. How scientists are collaborating like never before as they look for solutions for the coronavirus.
Live from Washington, this is China 24.
What do you think about that 5G?
Hello, thanks for joining us. I'm Elaine Reyes. New cases of the COVID-19 virus seem to be declining in China, but the fight is far from over. The disease has claimed more than 2,600 lives in China alone, and there is still concern about the potential for a global pandemic. Now, the number of new cases skyrocketing in Italy, South Korea, and Iran. The concern also being felt on the global financial markets. The Dow Jones fell more than 1,000 points on Monday. And in China, the virus is forcing leaders to make some big changes to an annual event. CGTN's Yang Zhao picks up her coverage in Beijing. So, Zhao, there was speculation, and now it is official. China has postponed its biggest political gathering of the year. So, what are officials saying?
Well, Elaine, the meeting has been held every March for decades, but Monday, the Standing Committee of the National People's Congress postponed the annual political gathering. A new date has not yet been decided. The decision is part of the ongoing efforts to control the COVID-19 epidemic. The lawmakers also issued a wide-ranging ban on the consumption and trade of wildlife. The ban took effect immediately, and tougher punishment will now be dished out to those consuming wild animals. This includes animals bred and reared in captivity. And COVID-19 has been linked to wild animals carrying the virus that were sold in market for food. And also Monday, China's central bank signaled it will increase monetary stimulus and reduce interest rates on loans to micro and small businesses. Back to you, Elaine.
Zhao, China and the World Health Organization have wrapped up a joint mission looking into this virus. What are officials saying?
Well, Elaine, this was the week-long mission with experts from China and the World Health Organization-led international team. They consulted medical workers on the front lines of this epidemic. An expert visited the epidemic center of Hubei province and gathered information on the city's prevention, control, and medical treatment of the virus. The organization praised China's ambitious response and saying the efforts were extraordinary. A senior official with the team said China's decision to put Wuhan into lockdown helped to limit global spread of coronavirus. Officials with WHO said it's too early to speak of the pandemic, but warned that now is the time to prepare. Take a listen.
It is clear that China and a number of other countries with smaller events have managed to suppress and contain the virus. But as I said, some countries are struggling with that, and I think that's going to be one of the important things coming from the mission to China, is collating and bringing together all of that experience that China's had over the last 8 weeks to see what we can learn about what the right things to do, what works, what doesn't work, what's effective, what's not effective.
Well, the United Nations also issued an appeal for the $675 million the WHO says it needs to fight the virus, and saying it's needed to prevent this from spiraling into a crisis with dramatic consequences for global health and the world economy. Elaine, back to you.
Great, Yang Zhao live for us in Beijing. Some businesses that closed at the beginning of the outbreak have reopened, but they're having trouble finding workers to staff the production lines. Workers and hiring managers are finding it hard to meet in person, so they're taking their interviews online. CGTN's Ju Chunying has the details.
8 a.m. in this factory in East China Jiangsu province has begun daily production. It's one of the first batches of factories the local government granted permission to reopen on February 10th. But work is slow due to a shortage in manpower. The head of the company's human resource department says its current production capacity is just 30 to 40%.
The stress we are facing is tremendous. Too many orders to deliver, but it's not easy to recruit workers now.
This company named Lucky produces motors for refrigerators and air conditioners. Normally, it has over 500 staff working across 15 production lines, but less than 150 have returned so far, making up only 5 production lines in total. Usually, the company turns to job fairs for recruitment, but the outbreak has resulted in nearly all of them being cancelled. Lucky is not the only company facing a shortage in manpower. It's a problem that needs to be solved. Many cities are addressing the issue at an administration level. In Jiangsu city of Changzhou, where Lucky is based, the government has launched an online recruitment platform allowing businesses to reopen. Local recruiters post vacancies here, and applicants send in their resume and cover letters. They then schedule interviews. Everything is done online. The system can identify those who have not traveled during the outbreak, as they will be exempt from the 2-week self-quarantine and can start sooner.
So far, we have hosted 6 online job fairs. Over 250 companies posted their openings here. Our page view has reached almost 400,000 in 6 days. We provide this service for the locals and hope to ease the manpower shortage soon.
Online recruitment is an approach adopted by companies across China. Beijing is expected to host some 82 contact-free job fairs online by the end of February. The method allows recruiters and applicants to ease the fear of potential infection. Zheng Shuiying, CGTN.
A number of hair salons reopened Monday just in time for an ancient tradition. Monday marked February 2nd on the lunar calendar. It's also known as Dragon Waking Day, and getting a haircut is one of the customs associated with it. Many salons have been closed because of the coronavirus outbreak. Those that are now back in business are taking extra precautions. In Wuhan, where a strict quarantine is being enforced, people are barred from leaving their neighborhoods, even to buy groceries or medicine. So thousands of volunteers have signed up to help deliver vital supplies. CGTN's Zhou Jiaxin has more.
After noticing dark smoke from the roof, Zheng Shuyi and his fellow volunteers called on the community security and rushed upstairs. Their alert helped avert more danger. After Wuhan tightened its lockdown, many residents have depended on help from community workers for much of their daily necessities.
We have more than 4,700 households in our community, and 16 service staff are far from enough. They're under great stress without enough rest, so I decided to join them. Some of us provide free supplies to the elderly, and every 2 days, the community organizes us to take free vegetables to residents in need.
Amid the lockdown, supplies from across the country made their way to the epicenter of the outbreak. The sun was stranded in bordering areas. John once took his own car bringing back vegetables, disinfectant, and disinfection powder. And he's not alone now, as more Wuhan residents get on board. Some 7,000 people in Wuhan registered as community volunteers in 1 day alone.
Many residents have touched me a lot during this battle against the epidemic. They keep coming to ask me when they can help screen temperatures, deliver medicine, and bulk buy for the community.
Joe says it's a big support, and volunteers said they hope they can take supplies to all those in difficulty. Some residents don't want to bother the community staff, going out to fetch purchases themselves.
What up, man?
68-year-old Ding Jian, who places orders on his cell phone. He is also a winter swimmer. The lockdown affects his lungs.
I had surgery for lung cancer twice last year. I need traditional Chinese medicine to recuperate, and an in-person pulse diagnosis is necessary for prescriptions, unlike in Western medicine. Without that, I could relapse. I can't do anything about it, but I understand the situation.
Chen hopes he and thousands of volunteers can personalize their service to help their city pull through. Zhou Jiaxin, CGTN, Wuhan.
Whether it's volunteers, medical workers, patients, or people living in isolation, the COVID-19 outbreak can take a toll on more than just physical well-being. It can also impact mental health. Joining me now to talk more about that is Dr. Ann Rosen-Spector. She's a psychologist focused on trauma and recovery. She joins us now from Philadelphia. So, Dr. Spector, let's take a look at the toll on doctors, nurses, other medical workers. How can they get help when they're so busy saving other people's lives? Who helps them?
Well, that's a very important question, because anybody who's a first responder or taking care of people who are ill or sick has to worry about self-care. So at some point, they're going to have burnout. So they're going to need to either have community groups or get professional help so that they don't get overcome with the feelings that they compartmentalize to help take care of people.
What's the best way, if there is a best way, to ease stress during this massive outbreak?
The best way is to make sure that the people who are volunteering get to meet with other people who are volunteers and to be able to talk about how scared they were, how worried they are about contagion, about their own survival, and to help build each other up so they can go back in and help with the trauma.
And what about all those people under quarantine, officially or unofficially, and anyone basically stuck inside for days on end? Any advice for them?
Well, hopefully that they will have some way to communicate with others. Otherwise, everybody is isolated in their own little pod. So whether they do it through the internet or they do it through cell phones, some way to talk about their feelings with other people who are similarly stuck.
And sometimes folks can get very busy. What are some signs that people can look out for in other people? How can you help others who may be hurting or in trouble?
I think that, all you can do is see when somebody needs a hug, if you're allowed to do that in a contagion zone, or to say, do you need to talk? Do you need a cup of tea? Here, take a little break. I think part of it is to realize that people just run out of gas.
And Dr. Spector, as you've watched the coronavirus, COVID-19 unfold over the past several weeks, what would you say comes to mind? What is your biggest concern when it comes to mental health here?
I think that people are very anxious, including people who don't have a reason to be anxious. When you have a lot of news reports that there's a pandemic coming, people get very nervous when they in fact have no cause to really be infected. So people have to use some common sense and to look at what's really going on and not just allow their anxiety to overwhelm themselves.
All right, some good advice there, Dr. Ann Rosen-Spector. Thank you so much for joining us from Philadelphia. Searching for a solution. Next, we'll take a look at how scientists are fighting coronavirus in the lab. And
I'll be on later, probably.
With another virus, could a new test help stop the spread of African swine fever?